Are we really brothers?
Brothers in cursive.
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 Are we really brothers?
What'd you tell him?
Yeah. Brothers in cursive.
Hey, this is REDBAN coming to you live from Death Squad Studios for a brand new episode of Brothers in Cursive. We have David Lucas and Joelberg.
Yeah, with special guest today, Doboy.
Yep. What up, guys?
Y'all have seen Doboy on Wild 'N Out, ADD. Him and Teddy Ray actually started the ADD whole movement. What was the show called?
Teddy Ray versus Doughboy.
Teddy Ray versus Doughboy. You can also see him at the middle of the mall buying a lot of fake jewelry.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to tuck my chain today.
If he can touch it, it's real. That's what I think.
Yeah, man. So we got a lot to celebrate with Doboy, man.
Yes.
Me and Doboy go way back, man. You know, we were together at ADD with Roast Me and all of those other shenanigans. And one thing that I'm very proud of, my boy Doboy is celebrating 2 years sober.
2 years of sobriety. Yes. It's a really, really big deal for me. Yes. And it was something that was tough, man. Alcoholism was kicking my ass.
Yeah.
Bad, stomping a hole in me. So for me to be able to, because I went to rehab twice.
I don't know when that
in
was.
6 months.
I don't know what time that was when you had just got out of rehab and you pulled up to me for my birthday party.
Yes.
In December.
And we watched the fight.
No, not that time. We just celebrated my birthday. Like, I cooked a whole bunch of food and
I remember
shit.
that. Yeah, so the first time I went to rehab, I was there for like 14 days, and I was seeing like motherfuckers like really go through shit, and I was judging everybody like, oh, you niggas are junkies. Like, because, you know, people was drinking Listerine and shit. Like, it was a whole... I seen a dude eat some hand sanitizer because it had alcohol in it.
Yeah.
So all it did was make me judge everybody like, y'all got the real problems.
Yeah.
And so then 2 weeks into me being there, the fucking FBI raised the place.
Whoa.
Apparently they were doing a bunch of shady shit. So I get out like, God must want me to drink. I'll go back to it. Start drinking for like another 6 months, and then I was like, I'm probably gonna die if I don't chill the fuck out. So went back to rehab and got it together.
What do you feel led to that?
Just you know, because the crazy shit is I never drank before I moved here. I'm 40 now, so before 30 I never drank because I seen it fuck people up when I was younger. I didn't start drinking until I moved to LA, and then I was just a sad comic. I wasn't progressing in my career, and it started off socially like 2 drink minimum. Oh, it's fun. Then it's like, well, I want to drink and be sad because my career isn't shifting the way I want it to.
For me, what caused a lot of drinking for me was back in the days when I had to sit through a lot of open mics.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
You got to hear
Pass the time,
you got to hear horrible comedy. So it's like nowadays I'm working out new jokes at the Comedy Store. So it's like, all right, it's not as bad. I don't have to fucking get fucked up to go through this whole 2-hour ordeal.
Exactly. Sometimes you'll take a shot like just to calm your nerves down. Like, oh, I'm just, get in my zone. And then it went from being out publicly, socially to I'm drinking a 5th a night by myself. And really what kicked it off was I had weight loss surgery in 2015.
I remember.
And doctors told me, they was like, hey, man, go talk to a therapist about why you eat so much. I'm like, man, that's for white people. I don't do therapy. And so I had what's called a transfer of addiction. So since they cut my stomach, I can't eat. I was like, well, fuck it, I'll drink. So then it just kicked me into overdrive with drinking. So
and you know what's crazy, bro? Like, I've been around Doughboy. We've hung out at clubs and shit. I never saw you get fucked up.
Everybody says that, but
I never, unless you carry it well.
Right. I carried it. I can hold my alcohol really well, but then like Tony Baker would always say the same thing, like, because I used to be a lot bigger. I was like 486. He'd be like, Doughboy, I never see you eat, because motherfuckers do that shit behind closed doors. I wasn't proud of that shit. So for the most part, you do it in secrecy and then, by yourself. But praise God, man, 2 years, super proud of that shit. So
do you remember what your like rock bottom was like? Like
my rock bottom was right before. It actually had something to do with Roast Me, because I don't know if you remember, me and him are connected in so many different ways. The day that I went back was the season finale of Roast Me in 2017, and I was supposed to be there, but I was late, and y'all was waiting for me. And so, long story short, I had got drunk the whole weekend, and some girl gave me a bunch of Xanax.
I remember the situation.
Exactly. So then I come to work, and it was like the whole weekend I didn't remember shit. And then I came to work, and Kev was like my best friend. I have a podcast, Righteous and Ratchet. Yeah. So I thought it was a Kevin. So whatchamacallit? He almost had to fire me. And so I just left because I was just like, I really didn't even think I had a problem at the time. I was just like, I'm going to save me some time so he doesn't fire me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just go to rehab, bro. He was like, bro, you ain't got to do it. I was like, no, I'll go. And then I literally went to rehab that day. And that was November 17th, 2017. That was the last time I drank.
You felt it like fucking with your work. So
it was fucking with my life, man. And then plus it was just like, I was just ducking too many bullets. You ever just get away with some shit too much? Like, I was driving drunk all the time. Like, I was getting drunk saying and doing stupid shit. And I was like, eventually, a conversation ain't gonna fix some shit. Eventually, I'm gonna do something that I can't fix with talking.
Right.
So I better fix this before it fixes me.
And a DUI in LA can bankrupt you.
10K. First one. First time. That was your first time. 10,000.
Well, they say that by the time you got caught, you've already done it like what 100
times.
like hundreds of times.
And I used to do stupid shit. You ever like try to give yourself your own like field sobriety test before? I be sitting there trying to see like, I'm good.
Oh man.
I'm not even touching my fucking nose. It's been the dumbest shit ever. So
I've got pulled over while drunk before.
really,
Damn, and black.
Yeah,
That's a double.
did you get? Did they know you was drunk?
So all right, so this was in Georgia, and my daddy, you know, he's kind of powerful.
A little weird flex. My dad's kind of a big deal, but
so he, I remember I didn't want to talk towards him because I was like, he'll smell the liquor. So he asked for my ID, and I was actually living in LA at the time, but I was visiting. I was in my mom's car. I was like in a big ass Infinity truck.
how drunk were you on the meter between 1 and 10?
I was like
6.
21.
Damn, so you was washed.
Right. I was on at the time it was the Four Locos.
I had a romantic time with
The
Four
original
Locos.
Four
The
Locos?
original Four Locos.
Yes.
I wonder if the caffeine helped a little bit. You were like a little more alert.
But I was I had took a chick with me, you know what I'm saying, and we left. So we were at my cousin was going to Mercer in Macon. It's a big college that beat Duke a few years ago, and we were at his frat house, and I remember like we was drinking. And at that time, I was like a jealous ass nigga, and I got
Very self-aware that you knew that.
and I got an LA girl in Macon, so they ain't seen nothing like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She mixed and shit, so they like, oh shit, what is
This
this?
nigga winning.
So I remember like, and it probably wasn't a big deal. I made a big deal out of it, but she let one of the like basketball niggas, you know, I'm a fat dude. So she let this like 6'6" ripped up ass nigga like pour some liquor in her cup.
That set you off. He was just sitting over there like, you fucking bitch.
So I was like, oh hell no, bitch, we leaving. I'm like, get your ass up over here, man.
Grab her, pick her up by the shirt.
I mean, I've always been strong, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't say that to him?
I mean, I did it in front of him so that he would get the point.
So he felt the energy.
Right. So like, if he'll do this to her, imagine what he'll. You know,
Right.
you know, so you know what I'm saying. We leave, and she's quiet for like it probably take like 13 because making small. It take like 13, 14 minutes to get to my mom's house.
Right.
So we zoom in, and she don't say nothing for like 8 minutes. So we're on this long stretch of road with no traffic lights, known as Riverside Drive. Shout out to 470.
Sounds dangerous, but okay.
Right. No traffic lights. It's just like a straight 2-lane. You can pass. Country shit. So we on that road. I'm speeding like a motherfucker, man. In this big ass Infinity truck, and I get the lights. I'm like, shit.
Lit you up.
Because I'm cussing her out. We arguing.
You cussing her out?
Yeah, I'm cussing her out.
Oh, getting that shot poured?
Yeah.
Wait, did he pour anybody else a shot or just her?
No, just her.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
You know, so, you know, I'm like, damn, this bitch about to snitch on me. I'm like,
Oh, because she was like,
Officer, he been drinking, and I feel for my safety.
because at this time, I'm like, bitch, my mama bought you tickets to come out here.
You gonna let another nigga pour a bottle, bitch?
this is some petty ass shit, my guy.
Shit. So you know what I'm saying? The officer pulled me over, and I'm looking straight the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I pull out my ID, boom. You know, me and my
No eye contact.
Right. Me and my daddy got the same name, so I'm like, this nigga gonna get it. And then he see the neighborhood, because at that time I still had a Georgia ID, so he gonna see the neighborhood.
Hell, that's down what's
and
up.
know I'm 4 minutes away from a uppity neighborhood to go to my mom's house. So he's like, do you know how fast you were going? And I was like, no, sir. And he was like, you were going 80 on a 55 street. And I was like, I do apologize. I'm looking straight the whole time.
Like I do apologize, so I'm sorry. I never do it again.
I was like, I do apologize. I just got a little bit of diarrhea. I'm trying to get to my mom's. Yeah, I told myself.
That niggas be having diarrhea to get you out of some shit.
So I said, I do have, this is before body cams. I'm like, I do have diarrhea, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get to my mom's house. I'm literally 3 minutes.
smart.
I'm literally 3.5 minutes away. And he was like, all right, as long as you got a reason. And then he looked at the ID again and gave it back to him. He's like,
Oh,
have a
man.
good day, Mr. Lucas.
Wow, that you white privilege, fucking black, fucking.
Have you ever done the dumb shit? Because you know people like try to give you stupid remedies. Have you ever heard the stupid shit like
Pennies.
pennies in your
Oh
fucking
yeah,
mouth?
none of that shit works.
That's just,
man.
I don't know. I never tried that. I've never been breathalyzed.
That's a Hail Mary effort to fucking.
I will
make
tell
it
everybody listening and tell you this. for everybody who may not have like a lawyer, never take the field test.
Wait for the blood.
Wait for the blood.
Yeah, because by the time they do that, you're clear.
Yeah. So
then you gonna just have to be trying to sober up, drink as much water as you can.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, by the time they put you in the car, you sit there for a little bit, depending on how big you are.
Right.
Like, me and him probably metabolize liquor faster than you.
Yeah.
So if I'm a little bit over, by the time I get to the station,
You'll be all right.
I'll be good.
Exactly. And then you can say some shit like, I'm afraid of needles, or I don't like giving blood. Stall their asses out, man. Because they're going to hit you for that 10K if they get them bracelets on you.
God damn.
Yeah, unless you don't know for sure if you're on the line of like, because you don't want to go to jail just because you don't want to do a breathalyzer, right? That's the only bad thing. Like, if you had like one glass of Chardonnay or 2 glasses of Chardonnay, might as well just do the breath things. The guy can be like, oh yeah, you're fine, I guess. Just
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. One night in jail is probably better than whatever they're gonna smack you with, right?
Oh man, that shit is. I'm telling you, and that's how they get you in the system.
Yes. It's so bad in LA that they won't even put you in jail for like petty warrants anymore.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, if you got a warrant for like
man.
a failure to appear,
They just be like,
you can normally go to jail and then the warrant will be gone. They want the money. That's how bad it is here, bro.
Damn.
Like, if you gotta,
That's a fucked up situation, man.
Because, like, if they take you and you sit in jail, you know,
taking up a bed.
money starts coming off your warrant. They don't want that no more, bro.
Damn.
I had a failure to appear, and I'm like, all right, I'll just do, you know, the day in jail or whatever. And they're like, nah.
Really?
They're like,
you was gonna go to jail for a day?
Yeah,
You would have been institutionalized.
one day.
Wait a minute. Can we get that sound clip?
Institutionalized.
It's the new T-shirt.
I'd be afraid to go to jail, man.
It also depends on what city. Like, Burbank probably got a nice jail.
Yeah, Burbank's probably
I would go to
okay.
jail in Burbank.
Yeah, how was it?
No, I said I haven't, but I would though.
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
Burbank, I wouldn't want to go to jail in Van Nuys,
No.
Pacoima.
Oh no.
Twin Towers is rough. I did like a few hours in Twin Towers.
Damn. I feel like if you went to jail in Burbank, they'd have vegan options for the food. I feel like that could
Flappers is fucking. It's fucking.
I ate a peanut butter sandwich in Twin Towers that fucked me up for like a week, bro.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
That wasn't peanut butter, dude. That was doo-doo butter, dude.
Like, you know what jail? Well, I was just like in the holding area where like people go into the sorted out to go to wayside.
Did you have to fight?
No, I didn't have to.
We already
fight.
just walking around.
So I found out because they were like, "Hey, you know how long you in? You know, like because I guess what is it? 6 months the max they can hold you or something like that.
Shit.
I think it's 6
Half
to
a
12
year,
months.
dude.
Yeah.
To hold you for what?
So, like, if you're before you get sorted out, I guess because they got to get your clearance levels.
Okay.
Like a level 1, 2, 3, 4 inmate. You know
And that's about how bad you are, right? Like if you're always beating people up or smearing poop on the walls.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
This guy's smearing poop on the wall.
So you know they want to know like where you at. So
Right.
you can stay in there like I believe it's like 6 to 8 months while you get sorted out before they ship you to like Wayside, Supermax or whatever. Yeah.
Man.
How the fuck? 6 months just to figure out where we gonna send you?
And when you first go to jail at Twin Towers, they ask you like they're pretty decent with it, unless you're like a chomo, what they call like a child molester.
Yeah.
You're kind of straight if you don't bang,
Right.
Because they'd be like, oh, well, what side you claim? Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do none of that.
Oh,
shit.
that'd be cool if you just be like, I'm
Yeah, I'd be
pro-black.
like, I don't do none of that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
What's
not-
the longest you ever spent in jail at one time?
like 7 hours?
Oh, so it's never even been a full day.
Nah.
I have a fucking no jail policy in my life.
I've never
I
been
ain't
to
trying
jail.
fucking-
Am I the worst one?
yeah,
How long have you been there, Red?
What's the longest you ever did?
Well, I did it. Unfortunately, it was a Thursday. I got arrested.
Oh, Monday.
It was Martin Luther King Monday.
I'm glad your ass got arrested.
but it ended up being like I couldn't get a court Friday for some reason. I don't even know why. It was too overbooked. So then they were like, well, you can't do Monday because it's Martin Luther King Day. So I didn't get out till Tuesday.
What was that like?
It was horrible because it was so overcrowded. None of us had beds or anything like that. So
you're in a holding tank?
yeah, a holding tank for 5.
Which is like detention.
It was horrible, and I had to sleep on a toilet paper roll. Like I just like fuck taking a shower, but having to take a shit and there's like 10 people
You have to
sitting
take
in
a
the
poop in front of
Yeah,
people?
that sucks.
Where were you at?
Franklin County, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio.
I don't know how it is out here. Like I was able to talk to a lot of guys at the jail downtown that have did like time before, and like they just know the system. You know what I mean? It's so crazy.
It's like normal for them. Yeah,
because they were telling me, they were like, "Hey, bro, if you got to go to Wayside and you're not affiliated, because in jail, I guess it's separated by ethnicity. So, don't kill me if I quote this wrong, but I believe the North Siders roll with the white boys, and the South Siders are like their own entity.
Mexican.
And then,
wow.
And then you got brothers and others, which include like
brothers and others.
I like that. That's a sitcom.
Like niggas and Filipinos.
It's like black people.
NAP NAP.
Niggas and Filipinos.
It's like black people. Like the dark Asians and like
oh wow, the dark. What did the light Asians do?
They roll with us too.
Oh, okay.
And then like the Polynesian guys, the Hawaiian dudes, they roll with the brothers.
Samoan.
And
Now, what about like Bloods and Crips? So if black people are Bloods and Crips, do they come together?
So this is how it is.
Yeah.
This is how it is
There's
in prison,
no
right?
Bloods and Crips in there,
So
right?
in
Or there is,
prison, you
but-
still have Bloods and Crips, but when riots jump off, it's normally race against race.
Yeah.
So I could be a Blood, you could be a Crip, and we could be beefing. But if it jumps off, now we got to stop killing each other and fight him.
Right. Right.
I like
so,
that.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah. So it's very political.
Wow.
Like, prisons are probably ran better than society, bro.
Really?
Because like
Hot take.
like everything.
But sometimes they take men's butts without asking.
That's not true though.
Really?
That's a myth. They call them cheek busters.
Cheek buster.
And they normally
Cheek
like I know
busters?
a lot about prison. Bro. Like,
Wasn't that that's the new reboot of the Ghostbusters?
Who you gonna call? Cheek busters. I don't want to see those guys coming.
so normally,
Oh, fuck.
guys are not getting their cheek busted unless they want to.
Really?
Right? There's no like nigga because you get your head split for that.
Have you ever seen American Me though?
Yeah, that's fake. That's a fake depiction. Like I talk to this guy named Big Hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Big Hug, he's
Yeah, the
from Above the
YouTube
Law. Oh no, he has a show.
Fresh Out.
You met him
on YouTube.
Dope.
We
Okay.
talk on Instagram. and
Okay.
shit. So I learned a lot about prison and shit. And yeah, it's like
I've seen that show. That's funny. Yeah, I heard them talking about busting cheeks on that.
cheeks.
Yeah.
so yeah, it's white boys and then whoever roll with them and it's even so political. Like if your bunk is right here and a white boy's bunk is right here, I think they call it driveways. You won't walk up this driveway to go to your bed because that's the white boy's driveway. You'll walk on this driveway to go to your bed.
So what happens if I walk in his driveway? Will he deem it as disrespect?
That'll be it depends on the white.
Because I've heard stuff like that. I heard that like if like white guys are playing basketball, I can't just grab the ball like, hey man, I got next. Like you get stabbed for that.
And it also depends. Like, are you at a state penitentiary or a federal prison?
What's the difference?
Man.
Because a federal prison is for people like tax evasion. Like
Right.
Wesley Snipes went to a federal
Or like
prison.
Felicity Huffman
Right,
for the
shit like
college
that.
shit.
Was
Was
Okay.
Martha Stewart in federal?
Right, federal prison. So people like that.
So there's no
normally
really killers there.
Right.
Okay.
And I mean, you might have a person who's there on conspiracy that can get you killed.
Well, he's just not going to do it himself.
Right. It's
but
a lot of white collar crime. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Like, yeah. So it's like normally like in a federal prison, it may be a little better than like a state penitentiary where you got like a lot of like niggas that'll just knock your head off. you know?
So it's not just you go up in there and you got to protect your butt. That doesn't happen like that.
Nah, bro. Like it's more so from what I've heard and learned from different inmates. I just like talking to real people. Like we had a crackhead on last week. You know,
I was like, they were telling me about that.
Former crackhead.
former crackhead.
Former.
So I like to talk to, and it's like it's all about, and they talk about you have a person that runs the yard. You
Like
know?
one guy is like deemed the yard runner.
So you got like different yards depending on the level. Like you might have a level 3 yard, level 2 yard, 1, 4, and there's one guy who runs that yard, and everything has to be in check. And you have to run a very disciplined system so that shit's not out of whack. Like gambling, money in jail is like stamps. It used to be tuna, but stamps are easily concealable, so you can hide stamps.
That's like currency.
Yeah.
It's in
What
like
do you need stamps for,
ramen,
like mail
ramen
letters?
noodles too,
No,
right?
you just use it from. So in jail, that's money.
Oh.
Because you can't get like cash. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you'll have to. You know, if I owe you 20 stamps or whatever, you I guess you green dot me if I'm the stamp guy, and I give you a 20 book of stamps.
Really?
Yeah,
It's like so. It's like a whole. So I would think if it's so set up like that and it sounds so structured that when people would go there, they'd probably get their life together and be like, "I'm never coming here. I'm going to apply this to the outside."
It depends on the person. It depends on the person, and it also depends on the stint. Like how long are you doing?
Right.
Most guys who probably do over, I'd say like 3 years, probably come out with with some decent shit. Like
Cause see that'd be my biggest thing. I'd be wanting more people to come out of prison like Gucci.
Yeah.
Right.
Gucci came out with better teeth and abs.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
you know
mean,
what I'm
also,
He's like vegan now.
he went to prison also with money. You know,
Yeah.
that's another level. Like you could pay guys.
So he was rich, so he could probably run like a king in there.
He probably could buy a cell. He probably had guys like cooking him food.
Wait, you can buy cells?
If you got money, you can buy like your own cell. Yeah.
Yo, I seen a video went viral recently. A nigga in jail had a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I'm like, this nigga.
Fuck.
I hadn't even had one at the time. I was like, motherfucker.
Guards, bro. If you watch Big Hurt and another dude I like to watch named Wes Watson.
That nigga got
This guy's fucking Soldier Boy's cousin right here.
Bro.
Increasingly impressive lengths to get their hands on it. None more so.
You saw the comedians clip?
Oh man.
You saw the comedians clip that went viral?
Oh, this is the Chinese.
Images of him munching on an infamous Popeye's chicken sandwich sent the internet into a meltdown.
That guy got killed the next day, dude.
That's hilarious.
What the fuck?
Well, you know how that got in there. A guard.
Well, yeah. I don't want to say who it is, but another comic that I know.
You saw that video?
No. He showed me like in his jail, he had like a full-on cell phone service.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw the video.
How are they getting cell phones in prison?
In
are people
prison,
putting them in their office?
In prison, guards. Imagine how much money a guard makes, bro.
Right.
Selling cigarettes, selling a burner phone. One that we probably paid $30-$40 for on the street, probably go for $400 in the pen.
Yeah. So they really be in there on their phones?
Yes, bro. I got homies from back home that drop whole music videos.
Now, if you are out
that
here,
ain't the most ghetto shit I've ever heard.
So that means if you are out here in the free world saying you're a rapper and you ain't putting out a video and a nigga in jail can do it, you just don't want it enough, nigga.
And also,
you're not grinding hard enough.
And also in jail, I feel like if you run your program right in jail, like you said, you would come out a better person.
Right.
My brother got caught up. He got out, and now he's doing all right. I guess it worked.
It's like shell shock. I mean, because when I went to rehab, because there's a lot of people that were like, I was in rehab with that, didn't make it. Like people get out, overdose on some shit, die. Yeah. And there was a dude in there, and he had brought in some Ford Locos, ironically, snuck them in, but he was on probation. That was a violation of probation. Yeah. They gave that because if you bring alcohol into a rehab facility, get a nigga 8 years.
Ugh.
Yeah, bro. He probably had. He probably had what they call a suspended sentence.
Bro, yeah. So, but just even if you ain't never committed a crime, if you take drugs or alcohol into a rehab facility, that's a charge, bro.
Yeah.
They get that nigga 8 years for that, bro.
Fuck.
I was like, God damn. So.
Yeah, bro. And the sad thing about California, bro, if you're not a violent offender, you're probably only doing like 50% of that time.
Damn. 50%.
8 years is a long
8 years,
time,
but that's still 4 years. I can't stay in my room for 30 minutes when I'm awake.
Fuck that, dude.
I was watching a video, bro. The prison in San Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
San Quentin prison, bro. They have a fucking basketball team that plays the Warriors.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
Type that
they get to scrimmage against the Warriors?
Yes, they scrimmage against the Warriors.
So you mean to tell me it's niggas in jail getting chicken sandwiches and playing with the Warriors? We're doing it all wrong, guys.
Right.
Let's go commit a crime. What the fuck?
To San Quentin for the last 5 years.
Wow.
The Warriors go to San Quentin, bro.
Draymond Green and the newest Warrior.
And they weren't scared that nobody was gonna shank KD?
Good.
I guess you probably on the basketball court.
They gonna have some guards there, right?
And also, it's probably a certain level of inmate that's there. You know what I'm saying?
The other team better say, "Warriors, come out and play."
Wow, they really went to prison and hoop with these guys.
Right.
Damn.
They probably don't let people like KD and Steph Curry hoop. They probably just there.
Right.
I've seen some of the and one guys go to prison and.
Oh, but they actually have a basketball team.
They have a basketball team, bro.
I want to see the uniforms. I can't wait.
And I feel like
they actually were wearing Warriors jerseys.
Shut up.
And the Warriors had to wear the green jersey.
What?
Yeah.
Prison's a great place.
Dude, this dude fucking about to be a conscious rapper.
Man.
He probably got a lot of knowledge, bro. Draymond Green.
For real. Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Warriors, hasn't it been really... Am I the only person that's really delighting in their downfall?
Nope, I love it.
I'll be like, fuck these guys.
Yeah, nah.
Also, bro, what I found out, one of the biggest causes of riots is gambling and fucking drugs.
Gambling and drugs. And that's probably two of the bigger reasons that puts people in there as well. So that would make sense for it to be the main cause of riots. You have a really profound knowledge of jail to only have spent 7 hours there, sir.
I mean, he's getting ready.
I'm never going to prison, bro.
Sometimes I watch Lockup just to keep me on the straight and narrow. I'll be like, man, I can't be out here fucking up.
I want to cut that clip of you saying I'm never going to prison. Flash forward fucking 10 years.
Only 10 days later.
Never. David Lucas would never do a prison stint. I mean, I feel like, when I get on, I'll do something. Because, like, I'm not a clean-cut comic. Like, I got tattoos. And I feel like I'll
got the dreads going.
Yeah.
Are you going to like grow those out long?
Not long.
Long?
Just keep it short.
Okay.
Short in the style.
I was going to have a talk with you if you were planning on going long.
I feel like I'll do something, kind of stupid to just like get a little jail time.
A little bit.
Just to get my mug shot on TMZ.
Right.
Oh my God, dude. Fuck that.
No, don't type it up.
Oh shit. Oh no, do you have a mugshot, Brian?
I don't know if it's online anymore though.
Oh man, this
Nobody
is
ever
great.
takes good mugshots. Let's see.
Oh, there it is. I just saw it. Go back. Go back.
Nah.
At the bottom. Isn't that you on the right?
Second arrest made in May, killing at Taylor Berry home.
Dang, don't do that.
Go up. Let's see if we can see your court records. Hanging out at hanging out at Burbank Elementary.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's get off that.
You don't want to see that. Like, enough about that, man. So back to this chicken sandwich. Have you had one of the chicken sandwiches?
I actually tried to get one the other day, and they're still sold out, or they've resold out on at least the ones by me. 2 of them.
I had it before I stopped eating meat. Like when it first came out.
Did you like it?
It was cool.
Nah,
I haven't had it yet.
It's very, very good.
I haven't had it.
I don't know if it's on the level of people getting killed over them, but
No,
I'd punch a guy for it.
Better
It's
than
that
better than
good.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. It's two different
Absolutely.
chicken sandwiches, bro.
The spicy chicken from Chick-fil-A is legit.
Yes, you have
It's not better than the Popeyes joint.
Yeah, I think so, bro.
No,
But, all right, so it's two different tastes, bro.
Right.
Like Popeyes, I feel like I got that sandwich at somebody's house.
It does have that auntie vibe to it. Yeah.
And Chick-fil-A tastes like it was prayed over.
Yeah. Like it was prepared, like it was cooked in an oven all together.
The crunchiness gets. I love crunchy when I eat a sandwich.
I like crunchy, and the pickles are thicker on the Popeye
I
sandwich.
love pickles.
Yeah, it was messed up too because me and my boy Kevin, we did a video about like we compare Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, and then we're like super fucking viral. It did like 2 million videos because we were like doing a taste test. And my daughter thought I was the biggest sellout ever. She was like, "Really, Dad? Chicken sandwiches?" She called me Kanye West. I was like,
Shit.
she's like, "Really, chicken sandwiches, Dad?" So
A lot of people also don't know about Doboy. He is a fucking amazing rapper. What's that song you just released? Where it's like you by yourself.
which one?
It's like
that Be Offense.
Yeah.
Yes, I just actually dropped an album. That's why I have this sweater on. I
Wonder
just
Shit,
finished
the
an
Wonder
album.
Years.
The
Hell
Wonder
yeah,
Years.
that's a
The Wonder
great photo.
Years. Yes, thank you.
Oh, there go Will.
Yeah, shout out Will Ferrell.
There's Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A videos on YouTube, like where they eat both of them. It's one of the most popular videos right now, and I'm addicted to watching them. But after watching, maybe the majority, I would say 90% of the people say that the Popeyes is better.
It's absolutely. It's not even a contest.
I mean, just from watching the videos.
I'll say this. I wish I had Chick-fil-A sauce when I was eating Popeyes.
I've heard that. Yeah, to put the sauce on.
now
there.
you might be onto something.
Yeah.
I feel like Popeyes, if it was a boxer, it'd be Deontay Wilder.
Okay.
You know that nobody else is fucking with this shit. It might not be, you might deal with the lines and the craziness, but that right hand is.
Hey, REDBAN, can we pull that Doughboy up? Be Offense.
Yeah.
Even though it's a gospel song, I was feeling.
All right, man, I appreciate it. Be a fence, like
No,
be,
black people words. Be a Jesus be a fence around me. Be a fence.
be a fence, like the word
No, a fence.
and then fence.
Like a fence. White people don't even know that term. Be a fence.
I just learned grab your fade.
You mean
Catch a
shoot a fade?
Catch a fade.
You can scroll down a little. Yeah, that one might. You can go up.
To the right.
Yeah, you can just pick that first. That first one's fine. That's fine.
Is this the one?
Yeah, it's the same song. It's just DZ had put it on his page too because he shot it. Yeah.
You trying to get yourself another view?
I'm like,
Man, everything ain't gotta be all structured with a beat and a hook, man.
Deezy, shout out to Deezy.
yeah.
Don't get a world credit for me, bruh. I was like this when they found me. So the Holy Father, though, he done built the fence all around me. The enemy was trying to drown me. I was looking, I was quite ratchet. Haters prayed on my downfall. God tossed me the life jacket. Now I'm surfing on the waves with it. My Millie Rock got praise in it. Say new faith, I was raised in it. I say it loud, I ain't ashamed with it. I'm going forward, you can't move me back. I'm super focused, how would you react? Trying to stay celibate till I meet wifey. Hopping, stepping over booby traps. Stay calm, now you do this back. Son, straight up out of sack. I was a whole high
really
man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
They forgot that I know how to rap.
Doughboy, hey, we got something special that we do at the end of the show.
Okay.
That Doughboy fit right in.
Hey, I'm with it. But yeah, that's the crazy thing, man. I did an album, and the messed up part about it is that, well, I don't say messed up part, but a lot of people don't know, well, you know, because we're friends in real life, but I did music far before I did comedy. Like, I was a gospel rapper. Like, I did like 6 or 7 independent albums. I didn't start doing comedy until I was 26 when my daughter was born.
Right.
And so, like, now when people hear music from me, like, their first reaction is, oh, is it funny? Is it? Because I also did the Fat Drake shit, the parody shit. So they automatically be like.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't that how you got on Wild 'N Out? You just like rap battling so many.
No, what happened was the whole Wild 'N Out story was I just basically snuck my way into an audition. But the thing that kind of got it for me was when Nick asked me to freestyle. He was like, all right, you gonna freestyle or you gonna say something you wrote? I was like, you just yell out a topic and I'm gonna just start rapping about whatever you say. He was like, oh, you got it like that? So I just started rapping about shit in the room, and he was like, fake Louis Vuittons. As a matter of fact, I think that footage might be online. I was like, fake Louis Vuitton, you know you ain't a Don, you're looking even worse with your fake Gucci purse. And this is all freestyle, and that's what ended up booking the show for me. So it's always a weird thing.
Is that what, 7 seasons now? 6?
I've done 4. They just called me back, so this will be my 5th. Hey. So praise God, I'll be going back out there in Atlanta, actually like in a week or so.
We don't praise God on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
I do.
What did Jesus do to y'all? Oh yeah, that's the joint that really kicked it off. Like
that was on the news and everything.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Really?
That's the one that did 20 mil on Facebook.
Yeah,
I got a question after this.
we used to order on my cell phone. Pizza with those wings.
So is this the original beat or?
Yeah, it's the original beat. Yeah.
How'd you get away with that?
Cell phone.
Just put it up. It's a
Parody law, yeah.
Late night when it's time
That's great,
to grub. And I know when that eyesight blinks.
Is that John Cena?
Yeah.
Crispy Kreme.
I know that silhouette from anywhere.
Looks like David with a wig on.
Fruit from all around the city, you got a reputation.
The fucking haircut,
Every day you order takeout.
And you like what, 75 pounds smaller now?
Yeah, I was about 340 right there.
Wow, that's amazing. You look like a different person.
Thank you. That's the trip, because this is like halfway through the weight loss. I was way bigger on Wild 'N Out. That's crazy.
So much money if you went to the grocery store. We used to order.
She's still big. John Cena's still big.
Pizza with those wings.
Is it hard to see yourself like that, or is it?
I don't want to say that it's hard. It's just always like eye-opening, like, damn, I really came from, like, because watch this. I don't mean to keep making y'all pull up videos. Put Doughboy wilding out. I just want you to see this one other video. Like, this is the one that trips me out. Oh, yeah, click that first one. So click on that video, the second one, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So this is when I was like 450.
Dang. Yeah, you look like a completely different person.
Nick,
Wow.
I've been working out since last season. Can you tell I lost weight or no? Wow. What about that?
So that's just weird seeing that. Like, I just be like,
I've been working on it.
so that was tough, man. So it's just when you see yourself, like, I remember one time I was filming something. I had to go to the bathroom, and they had this really, really small bathroom, and I was really, really big, and I had to take a shit. And it was the most humbling experience ever, just trying to fit in there. Like I was just so big. Like, I remember getting kicked off a roller coaster because the shit wouldn't click. Like, those are the moments that, like, play in my head. Like, it's the different type of fat shit that I dealt with, like, that just would fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, literally, like, I remember smashing a chick and she tried to get on top and really, like, fucked her whole hip up. Like, it's a real story. Like, so when I see those moments, I just be like,
Yeah,
I'm going to the gym.
I normally just tell girls I like to take control, so that way they don't do a position that.
Did you guys see that Andre the Giant documentary?
Nah.
So he talks about that, like flying, how fucking awful it was. Like he used to have to shit in a bucket.
Oh my god! Oh really?
Yeah, because he was too big. He was just huge. This is back old.
Oh, that's way back.
And he's 7-something, right?
Yeah, and he used to have to just travel, and it was like fucked up. It was super uncomfortable, man. I don't know if they got.
So I got a question though.
Talk to me.
A lot of fans want to know, and if you're able to talk about this,
okay.
What do you feel ended ADD? Because
what's ADD?
All Deaf Digital.
Gotcha,
That's what got me popping. I think that's what got his stuff.
Yes, it definitely. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, as much as I credit Wild 'N Out for starting my career, I felt like All Def created it though. Like I did so much more there.
And that was not even an entity. Like,
yes. Yeah. What I can say is because I was a very integral part of All Def Digital. Shit just. How can I say it? How can I word it correctly? It was a lot of changes in leadership. That's what I can say. And then,
do you feel like Russell leaving had a lot to do with it?
It absolutely had a lot to do with it. And it's no secret. Russell had some accusations. And that's always a tough thing to talk about, too, because me and Russell became really close. Like, he's almost like a father figure to me.
You're talking about Russell Simmons?
Russell Simmons.
Damn.
He gave me $15,000 when I lost 200 pounds. Like, he's a good friend of mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know him how I know him. Now, I know he's accused of some terrible things, but I know him, as I know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right. I've seen him conduct himself around people around him, and I've never seen him act in a way that people are saying he's acting. So what I would say is that, once his departure happened, after that, it was just different leadership people, different people being put in control.
A lot of young people being
younger
put in
people
places.
that maybe didn't, but maybe weren't qualified. So I think that was more, I'm saying, it's
because I came in like I want to say like a month or two right before the shit happened.
Right.
Because it was like we were filming Roast Me, and that weekend the shit broke out. And then that Monday. It was just like a weird vibe.
I found out in rehab.
It's quiet. Yeah.
My sister called me when I was in rehab. Like, did you hear what happened? I was like, no. What are you talking about? Then, because they don't let you we always been like on TVs and shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit. So, it's no way to really just pinpoint one thing, but I can definitely just say like once that happened and then the leadership shift happened. And then investors, start pulling money out. And then, and a lot of people don't know, All Def wasn't just making money hand over fist. I think that's one of the misconceptions. A lot of companies that when they start, they don't become profitable for years. Uber hasn't even made money yet. And Uber's one of the biggest companies in the world. Like, Uber is not profitable right now. There's so much debt, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah, when people were saying, we was putting out a lot of content. We was putting out between 5 and 7 videos daily. So, but that doesn't mean
paying good money
and then paying people salaries like me, Kev, like different people. So, it just really, and then we had this really big building and right across the street from Staples Center. Like it was.
I felt. I remember it was probably like a month when I had did something for ADD, and then the next time I came in, like everything was just on one floor.
Yeah, I wasn't around for that because I left in February of this year. So they officially had closed their doors, like I think in July, but I had heard like that time between then and
I came in one day and all the floors had combined to one floor. I was like, what the fuck?
And that's the thing, and people don't understand, All Def has like a special place in my heart. Like this tattoo don't come off. Let me get that on the camera. I literally have this tattooed in my skin. I got Wild 'N Out too, but cool. I literally have All Def. Like this is a company that I love, that I feel like I helped build and really broke my heart.
Because you were writing a lot of the short form content.
Oh my God, I was writing the inside the offices, the light skin versus dark skin back in the day. Like a lot of all the stuff that when it was sketch. Like I was writing a lot of that, and so it just really hurt to see something that you work so hard for, and then it get taken away from something that didn't have anything to do with you. Like that probably was the most difficult thing.
It put our foot in the door.
Man.
It did put our foot in the door.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to say from my peers, I'd say probably 90% of us have elevated.
Absolutely.
Like I'm in a place now.
Oh yeah.
I'm in a place now to where financially I could turn down Roast Me.
Yes.
If they didn't offer me the money that I wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, hey,
I'll do it if you guys are watching this. Call me, not David.
Joe Bird got roast. Joe Bird got roast.
But nah, man, it was just so it was just one of those, with everything shifting, like it was just, that was painful, man. Like that was like my baby, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
Is it completely dead now, or is it still?
there have been rumors that there may
someone's
be
about
a
to buy it.
resurgence. So I'm not at liberty to dash out any details, but I can say stay tuned.
So yes, all right.
Might not be over just yet.
So who's like running their website and stuff right now?
I have no idea. To be honest, I left All Def Digital February 1st of this year, and
But no new videos have went up.
No
they
new
haven't put up
videos.
nothing in a while. Yeah. But from what I hear, the rumbling in the streets is that there may be a reboot on.
Yeah, I
the
heard
horizon.
that
We'll see.
that someone was looking to buy it.
That's what the streets have been saying.
I mean, but it's like, would you really get the same guys from Roast Me?
I think that that's the only way you could do it. I feel like if you do reboot it, you just go get the original guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? You make whatever changes you make. And because I just feel like if you had 10 new comedians on Roast Me and tried to throw them, it'd be like,
The
what
audience
fuck
would
are
be
you
like,
doing?
hell
Get the
no.
fuck out of here.
Where's
Like,
CP? Where's Doboy?
Absolutely.
Where's Pat? Where's David? Where's
Yeah.
Craig? Where's Buka Bro?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If you had Terrence versus Doman, like, come on, like, what the fuck? Shit. So, yeah, man. But shout out to All Def, man. Shout out to Russell Simmons, too, man.
Oh, they'll put my map like
For sure, and that definitely, you're right though, definitely, because I get recognized all the time from whether it's Great Taste videos or, you know what I'm saying, like for the first time, like
But
you know,
I was in the airport right after. You don't realize how famous or popular you are until you leave LA.
Oh yeah,
Because LA is
shit.
everybody's famous in LA.
Yeah.
Everybody's done something. But I was flying in to Atlanta. And I remember I was walking, just minding my business, and a dude like grabbed me, like very aggressive from behind.
I hate that.
Like in the ass or the cock?
No, on the shoulder.
Why would you have to go to the ass or the cock? That was the only two, the ass or cock.
So he grabbed me, very aggressive, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, I poured liquor in your girl's cup. I did it. It was me.
So he grabbed me. He's like, you David Lucas?
Oh wow.
And I'm like, yeah. He's like, bro, you funny as shit. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, you want a picture? He's like, nah, I just want to tell you funny. I'm like, nigga, you about to take a picture the way
Yeah, I'm doing all this extra shit. No, it'd be crazy. Like, I've had some uncomfortable situations because I live in LA, and a lot of times I get recognized by gang members who don't recognize what they recognize me from.
Oh, shit.
So it becomes this potential situation when they see me like, where I know you from, man? I'll be like, oh, man, my name is Doboy. Like, nah, man, where you? I'm from Wildin' Out, man. You don't know. They be like, oh, you the funny fat nigga. Like, please don't shoot me, Mr. Flip.
So once it takes them a second to realize who you are, but then when they do,
there's
I know
love.
what you're
It's
talking
cool,
about.
yeah.
Hey man, it's that nigga from that
Yeah,
show,
Mr.
bro.
Fat nigga, man, he right here,
You know
man.
that, they be like, you know that classroom shit? That's what they, you know that
It's the fat
classroom?
nigga. All right, man. So, yeah.
Oh, you know what's so crazy, bro?
What's that?
You know what's so crazy? And I tagged you in it.
What's that?
You don't know how many times I get stopped for Doughboy.
Now that lets me know that people are stupid and think all fat people look alike, because we look nothing the fuck alike.
Oh, they think you're each other?
I took a picture. No, he took a picture with somebody overseas.
Overseas. And she was like, I'm out here with David Lucas. She tagged David Lucas.
I would have tagged Teddy Ray.
She tagged me.
You just like any fat nigga would do.
Wow.
It was so cool meeting that David Lucas funny.
There's a few factors here that make it's not just the size.
But I'm glad you got the hair, man, because that could at least
distinguish.
Because we both fat, we both got beards, we both got tattoos.
I wear real jewelry though.
Nah, man, fuck all that. I'm getting real shit these days, man.
You guys hear about this? Hasbro bought Death Row
I
Records.
don't understand that. What the fuck?
I get it.
Why would Hasbro want Snoop's Doggy Style? I don't understand. They make toys.
Now they can release Death Row toys.
What kid would want to buy a Death Row toy?
Suge Knight Pony?
Yeah, adults, big kids.
What are you getting, a Tupac doll?
Yeah, bro.
We're sitting in a room full of
rapper doll.
full of shit.
Oh.
Redban's gonna Redban's
Yeah. So, but I just don't.
Kids bop to Tupac. Yes.
I just don't understand the motivation why anybody at Hasbro was like, you know what we need to do.
But then that means they
Death Row.
That means they own all the masters.
Wow.
So anytime somebody needs a sample, they got to come to Hasbro.
Yeah.
You're actually right. That actually could have been how much they buy it for?
I don't know, bro. Probably not a lot, because you know Suge Knight was facing bankruptcy.
4.1 billion. It looks.
That's so crazy. And
so does that money automatically go to Suge Knight's victim? Because you know he
did run a guy over. That was crazy.
I keep that guy's name out of my mouth. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Great dude. Shout out to Suge Knight. Shout out to
Suge Knight recently put his career in the hands of Ray J.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Ray J.
Wow. Ray J is such a polarizing figure to me.
Well, Ray J's got like connections to like the Crips, right, or something.
Snoop Dogg is their cousin.
Okay. It's just so crazy because it's just like, you know, he has an older sister. She's famous. You know him as that, but then it's like he's had a very sustainable career, like on Love and Hip Hop, and then he has like this tech scooter. He's making millions.
He fucked.
Ray J might be doing better than Brandy right now.
Absolutely, he's absolutely doing better than Brandy. When was the last time you heard Brandy?
When she killed the white lady.
Oh, oh shit!
She did that.
Damn it! I didn't mean to laugh at that, but yeah, that
was probably the last we heard from Brandy.
Damn.
What the fuck, Redban?
Just looking at naked pictures of Brandy.
Jesus Christ! You gonna get this shit flagged? All I see was a big ass white.
That's
dick.
just so weird to see Suge Knight and then a pony.
Yeah, that is fucking weird.
That's just the weirdest.
Are they showing what's happening to him in prison? He getting his hair. Never mind.
He's getting that horse.
I still feel like an old, maybe overweight Suge. I still don't feel like if you're in prison, you're trying him though. Yeah. I still feel like Suge.
I don't know, bro. You got to remember, dog. When Suge Knight was going down, he was getting knocked out by barbers.
He did get knocked out by a nigga with a fade with clippers.
Yeah.
Man. But that's because I feel like people just thought Suge was just the boogeyman. Like,
yeah, I still think that.
He used to like beat people up and make them drink pee.
Man,
he hung
Vanilla Ice off the fucking thing. Yeah,
Vanilla Ice.
No, but like they would say that he would just like beat up rappers. He'd be like, "Man, say the verse right, I'm gonna beat your ass."
Well, it wasn't really him. It was the mob Pyru he had.
Oh, but he was pretty tough too.
Fuck, man. You remember when he?
I don't think he ever did any hands-on stuff. And if you go look at a lot of Vlad interviews from the niggas that did like his security, they were big ass dudes, but a lot of them don't really fuck with him like that anymore.
Really?
Because of, I guess, his antics.
Oh, because he like let it go to his head and started acting a certain way?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if you see the fight where, remember like the Las Vegas fight, he was doing a lot of kicking. He was a big nigga, but he was moving that foot.
Because I mean, think about this from a gangster level, right? If you got beef with somebody, at the point in his career when he was going down, he had to actually do some work with running a guy over. Yeah, he didn't have nobody else to do it for him at that point.
Damn, that was just a tragic end, man. Wasn't that like on the set of the NWA movie or something?
Yeah, it was something crazy. I was actually talking. His gangsters watch a lot of comedy, bro. I was on a show a few weeks ago.
Yeah, gangsters do like to laugh.
Yeah, I was on a show a few weeks ago with and some gangsters came because a comedian. I won't say his name. He's like affiliated in LA,
right?
And he had like some Bloods, bro, and they were up in there and they were talking about the dude that Suge ran over was like they homie.
Damn, that's just crazy. Rest in peace to that guy.
And I mean, I don't think I'll be in no trouble because my cousin in LA is Suge's big homie. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My cousin's.
You're a very polarizing figure yourself. You got all this infinite knowledge of prison. You got ties to Suge.
I mean, I stay out of the way, bro. Like a lot of people don't know, bro. I come from.
It must be hard for you, man.
It's always a big nigga saying he's staying out the way. How the fuck you staying out the way?
I mean,
in the way, man.
I stay in the way. I mean, a lot of I'd probably say like 85% of my family is on some gangster shit. You know,
right? You can actually tell by the way you carry yourself that you was raised around the shits. You can just tell. It's just different.
Like Frank Lucas is my great uncle. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like
really,
yeah. So it's like, bro, like
the nigga from American Gangster.
American Gangster Frank Lucas, who just died about 4 months ago.
It was your uncle?
My great uncle.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, like, I got...
Fascinating. Did you ever meet him?
Yeah.
Well, he's your great uncle. You have to meet your great uncle.
Yeah. So I don't really be worried about none of the stupid shit.
I've known you for years and never knew you had ties.
I mean, that shit I don't talk about because then people look at you different. Like, oh, shit. Like, they hear, like... I mean, you know, a lot of people talk shit like, oh, you were raised in the suburbs. You went to private school. You did this. Like, nigga, yeah, but my people were with the shit. That's what you're supposed to do.
We were the beneficiary of all the fuck shit they had to do.
But nigga, I can still make a phone call and get you checked.
Don't fuck around. These phones still work, nigga.
Text messages go too fast. You know what I'm saying? Depending on traffic, I get somebody over here in 30 minutes.
Let me tell y'all my conundrum. I mean, I know you guys got stuff you want to talk about, but I want to tell you about a fucked up situation.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm not a woke nigga. at all. Like I'm just
when
not.
you say woke, what do you mean?
I don't be knowing about the shit we supposed to be boycotting about. You know, we boycotting.
You got an
like I just don't know all of that shit.
Essence Fest.
So you know when people started like doing the boycotting shit for football. For Colin Kaepernick, I felt like, man, like the first 2 seasons, I was like, y'all niggas gotta tell me when the end date of this shit is, because this is crazy. But I was just like, well, maybe I should do something to show my support for Colin. So I was like, I didn't really like how the 49ers did him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I had been rooting for them for years. Like my whole life, 35, 36 years at the time. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm leaving them and I'll go to the Rams because I'll live in the city. I've been here for 10 years. It'll be cool. Now in present day, the Rams fucking suck, and the fucking 49ers are probably finna go to the goddamn Super Bowl.
Lamar
and I can't feel dumber about it.
Are you from the East Bay?
I'm from Sacramento, so I'm right down the street from Sacramento.
Okay, cool.
And now I feel like a bitch if I try to go back and root for them.
It's so funny on the trip when we were in Sacramento. I kept saying it like Doboy. I kept saying we in Swagamento. That's why I was saying it because of him. He always said Swagamento. So that's why I was saying that on the trip.
Yeah, for sure. I remember that.
But now I don't know what the fuck to do because now like it seems like even the woke niggas are over the.
I'll tell you what you gotta do. You gotta wait for the next season. You fucked up already. You gotta be at. You can switch, but you gotta start at the beginning of the next season.
Bro, they were in the fucking Super Bowl last year. I'm like, did you see them the other night?
Yeah, you fucked.
They looked just confused, like we don't know what to do.
Yeah,
how do y'all feel about Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson's the truth.
He is that guy.
I think he's like Vic 2.0.
See, people keep comparing him to Vic. I think he's better than Vic.
He's better than Vic.
The reason why, because that too, but he's a hard worker. I feel like Vic was all talent. Like he was just all ability. But they even said like he would never show up to like watch game film or study his playbook. He just was the nigga that could show up and. Damn. But this dude,
he's
like
a playmaker.
But
Lamar Jackson's a quarterback.
He studies the game. Like you could just see his growth from the last playoff game from last year to now. Like that motherfucker. Jesus, it's like a running back throwing the ball.
Like even when Lamar Jackson's not fast anymore, he'll still be a good passer.
He can throw the ball. Yeah. So it's definitely like football. So are we all in agreement that we're all back in football?
I mean, I never. So here's the thing.
You wasn't being fake woke.
I'm not one of those pro-black, people.
You heard it here.
I'm not. I'm not like pro-black because like my mom's mom is half white.
Right.
So I got white people in my family. So I grew up around a lot of white people. I grew up with white people in my family. I saw.
In your
mom's mom? You mean your grandma?
Yeah.
Side note.
So that way I don't say my grandma. Do you know if it's my dad's side or my?
Oh, that's right.
I would love to see your family reunion. You white people, Frank Lucas, like that's just the crazy.
Frank Lucas on my daddy's side.
Okay, but just all these people you've had. But go ahead. What you say?
Yeah. So I've always understood white people, I think, in a better way than like most black people can.
Right.
And not that I'm not pro-black, but I do like to see black people succeed.
Right.
Especially when a lot of things are not set up in society for black people to succeed.
Right.
So I love to see like black excellence, this and that and the other. And I'm not one of them like, the white man's out to get a like.
Yeah.
I feel like in 2019, if you still blaming the white man for any reason you're not successful,
bro. It's you. It's absolutely you.
There's white people out here being oppressed.
Exactly. Niggas act like we the only people that be getting shit. Like everybody.
Look at REDBAN. He's been oppressed. REDBAN's
his cholesterol's attacking him. Yeah.
But now I feel you with that because I actually grew up like my best friend is white. Like I literally grew up, and I know that's the one thing white people say when they don't want to be racist. My best friend is black.
My mate is black. How dare you?
But I literally grew up with him. Like I met him when I was 6 years old, and so we've been friends. Like we're still friends to this day. I don't have that like whole hatred for white people. But like I don't be trying to seem like a sellout either though.
I went to like a predominantly white Catholic school from like kindergarten through 5th grade.
Me too,
so I got a different,
I didn't really go
to a Catholic school.
Yeah.
Are you Catholic?
But so I'm going to this white school in Glendale, and then I'm coming back to like the neighborhood with like cholos and all that sort of shit. So I had this weird fucking.
Yeah.
How was that growing up? Like just
weird, man. I had a bowl haircut and shit. They call me mama's boy. I didn't like that.
Damn.
I didn't really go to school with like majority black students until I was like in 9th grade, bro.
Yeah. Then I got to high school. You start smoking weed, and then you start kicking it with the cholos because they want to fucking smoke weed, whatever.
Right.
Weed brings a bunch of different people together,
But yeah, growing up in the South, dog, like I grew up around a lot of kids who in LA people out here would probably consider racist.
Right.
Because they wear Confederate flags. They got the big trucks. They chew tobacco. They got the Georgia boots on. And
But you went to school with these guys. You probably know them.
Right.
So he probably just Ian to you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I did experience a lot of... my mom would also correct a lot of shit, a lot of subtle shit that I didn't recognize.
Okay.
Like, if, you know, we would, and I think it's a lot of ignorance in the South.
Okay.
Because we're not too far removed from slavery, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
especially the 1960s. A lot of that, a lot
Wait,
of.
we had slavery in the 60s?
Well, I'm saying the 1960s was when all the black people can't come into the restaurant type.
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I got you.
So, I mean, we're not too far removed from that. And a lot of those people were still living during the time when I was in elementary school. Well, a lot of the grandparents were still living, and a lot of grandparents.
So they probably had some recollection of actual slavery.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, my mom didn't allow me to be called a boy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like even if your friend was like, "Hey, that's my boy," like, no, don't call him your
like
boy.
a parent.
Oh, okay.
Like,
come here, boy.
Yeah, like
You're
come here.
what
No,
the
like,
fuck?
call him by his name. You know.
Oh, wow.
Because boy, you know,
That's
like what they would call. They would say boy to like grown black men back in the day.
I didn't know that was a thing until I accidentally said it to a black person when I moved out here for like right when I first moved out here
What'd
from
you say?
Ohio. I was like, "Hey, boy." And as like, hey, what's up, man? You know, but
I got mad when you did it just now.
I know.
I was like, hey,
I never heard that in Ohio, that term before, and it was
Certain
more like
places,
I would call all my friends boy. Then after that, he checked me. I was like, holy shit, I've never said that ever again. Well,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like over there, bro, a lot of shit that y'all might. But
let me ask you this. Maybe you can educate me on this, because I mean, I know I come off as a really well-spoken, smart guy. I don't mean knowing shit.
I wouldn't say that.
So this is the thing. So a Confederate flag, like, so say one of your boys, Andy, was driving down. He has a pickup truck and he has a Confederate flag on his dashboard.
What
does that mean?
A lot of kids down there don't know the symbolism behind.
So it's just some fly shit that he thinks. He doesn't think I don't fuck with black people.
You know how we rock Malcolm X?
Like,
that's they Malcolm X.
Oh, so it's not even like fuck black people. It's just I like
not
this shit.
necessarily.
And it was also popularized by Dukes of Hazzard. And growing up, that used to be
that was like a lit show. I used to watch that show.
Just a cool flag,
right?
I never even knew that was
right. So you know, like they say, like, you know, it's kind of got a bad stigma now.
Yeah.
But it's like,
but with them doing it, it's not we're racist kids and this is what we're carrying on.
No.
See, because that's what I thought. Because the crazy thing was we did. I was on tour this year with Kev and Real Comedian Social Media, and we were driving through like some rural South town, and we seen Confederate flag, and so we automatically thought, oh shit, we're in some race, we might be in danger. But now that I hear you say that, it might not even been nothing.
I feel like that
probably wasn't.
Yeah, it's
when we were fucking in like Idaho and shit like that, every diner we went into, I thought like the record was gonna stop. You know, it's like fucking, and I'm you know.
I would say this, bro. Racism is worse in LA than I experienced in Georgia.
Wait, see, that fucks me up because I never deal with racism.
So out here it's so fucking subtle, but over there you know.
So you see racism in Los Angeles?
Yes, worse.
Like from where?
We got it from like 4 different races. We got it from Armenians,
Mexican
Asians,
people
white
do not
people.
fuck with black people.
So here's the crazy thing. So my brother's half black, half Mexican. My mom married twice.
I'm a quarter Mexican.
Okay, so you know, raza. All right, cool. But so my brother's half black, half Mexican, and he in our neighborhood a lot of times like people would fucking fuck with them and stuff like that. They would always mess with them. People would.
Because he was half black, like fucking with him.
Yeah, because he was black. I mean, like a lady once at AMPM told him like that, like fucking, we don't need any
N-words
in this neighborhood. Yeah,
Really?
Cops would pull him over, gun to his head. Then they got the wrong guy. You know, he fit a description. The hood was always like trying to fuck with him. But since he grew up around predominantly Mexicans, when he went to prison, he was with the Mexicans, and I wonder what that was like, being like a black.
Really? I always was.
He looks black, but so like for him to be in jail running with the Mexicans, must have been like a trip. He must have had to
So
fight,
does he
like, all the
identify
time.
more with being Mexican than black?
I don't know, man. It's hard because he fucking looks like a black man. So I don't know. I think maybe socially and like what's familiar to him. I think Mexican culture is more familiar to him. But as soon as he steps out that door, I think society views him as a black man.
Damn.
It's like, bro, I know it's crazy to say, bro, but my mom, I don't remember this story because my grandmother's, well, she's deceased now, but she's probably your fucking complexion.
Gotcha, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's probably his complexion, though. And I was, very light growing up. I was way lighter than this, and my mom said that I thought I was white. And that
growing up, you thought you were white,
right? Until I was like 6 years old, because she said, like, she would ask me or something that I said to the effect like, me and grandmama are white and you're white too, mom. But my granddaddy, he's
a young David Lucas thought he was white.
I believe it.
I fucking heard it all.
And so you're now acting black.
Robert Downey Jr. over here.
I'm in blackface.
I just picture him saying that, then Frank Lucas just walking in like, oh, what the fuck?
With a turkey ready to have
My
it.
nephew thinks he's fucking white.
That's probably why they never trusted me with drugs.
Man. So one of the positives with my brother being half black, half Mexican was if a Mexican person or somebody who spoke Spanish was saying some racist shit,
he knew what they were saying.
He knew what they were saying. They'd be like, "Mira este pinche negro," and he'd be like, "Cuál pinche negro?" And their faces would turn fucking red.
Damn.
And they'd be like, "Oh shit, this guy knows what we're saying."
That'd be my only motivation to learn other languages is to be able to see if people are talking shit about me when I'm in the building.
I never got it, man. The weird rift between just like any sort of minority towards another one. We're all fucked,
like
you know?
police. I feel like the police and watch the YouTube documentary about the Rampart Crash District, bro.
Oh, I remember that.
That was some real shit, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
There was a movie about that Woody Harrelson did years ago.
Bro,
I seen
like
it.
I believe the police made the whole beef in between Mexicans and niggas.
It's possible, man.
Because, bro, I was watching a documentary, like, dudes were saying, like, police would arrest them, you know, rough them up a little bit and drop them off in a Mexican neighborhood.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, it's like, this shit be so, I don't know if you watched that show. To me, it's the best show on TV. Snowfall?
No, I never seen it. No.
Bro,
Snowfall's good.
What is
Watch
that?
Snowfall. It's about the crack introduction.
We should have brought that up to Jeff.
That's a great fucking name.
Great,
Fuck.
bro. Please, do yourself. If you have Amazon
I'm
Prime,
looking for shit to watch.
watch that.
Amazon
shit.
Prime's kicking ass.
Oh, they are.
Franklin.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
This story's about Jeff, who was on last week.
They say 1983 Los Angeles.
Oh, man.
What the future holds, which no one knows.
It's all about Michael
Looks
Jackson.
like Watts. No, I'm just kidding.
It might be Watts.
Oh, man, this looks dope.
Bro, it's the best show on TV.
People with money.
This and Power is my.
You still fucking with Power?
50 kilos worth of cocaine.
Oh, man,
Wow, this
I'm
looks
getting
good.
on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the first episode when the dude was dead. Oh, yeah. So he's an undercover agent, like working with.
And they're talking about putting that shit in these
In the
communities and
hood,
stuff.
bro. That dude works for the CIA.
For my birthday, I just want to visit one of those houses where the girls with their titties out packaging crack.
For my birthday, I want that much Coke.
I got you, REDBAN.
You know what's crazy, bro? What I don't like about this is that fucking.
That show's fucking amazing.
People from London are taking our hood jobs. That nigga's from London.
That's right.
That
that's
nigga's from
right.
London?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
the new thing? Isn't
That nigga Idris is from London too, ain't he? Sick of this nigga Idris.
And
I hate that too. Like Spaniards taking fucking Mexican jobs and Argentinians fucking.
The crazy thing about the show, though, that was just crazy is that in that time, like, and I know, like, gangsters as well, like, they used to say, like, they would just go out to the neighborhood, like, go, like, to a park, and there'd be, like, a fucking crate with just guns, like, semi-automatic guns, like, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like it just be some corrupt shit.
Yeah.
And I just never understood that, like, why would you...
Well, didn't that happen with the
Dump
whole
guns in the neighborhood.
the Contra thing? They got
Yeah.
caught like giving funding the. I'm such a fucking idiot. This is bro fucking fact.
I thought
right,
Contra was
but-
a video game.
No, the Contras. Oh fuck, there was something where the government got in
No,
trouble.
oh yeah,
for
I did even hear about that.
funding like soldiers somewhere
Yes, it'd
through
be
drug
some
money.
Crazy shit, man. But watch Snowfall.
I
if you
will.
get a
I will.
chance.
That looks
Oh,
dope.
one thing I will say,
And play Contra.
One thing I will say in my great uncle's defense, that shit about him trafficking drugs through American Army corpses was a lie.
So they just added that in for effect?
Yeah, he don't know where that shit came from.
For real?
Yeah, but
Was he mad about the movie, like how he was portrayed?
Yes.
Were there
What do
any
you think
other
about the
in
soundtrack? Did he like the soundtrack?
He did.
But if the movie was about him, they had to ask, like, is this cool? But he's...
Well, it's not really. It's
At
more,
a certain point, it's out of your hands.
It's more so like you sign off, they give you a check and whatnot, and there
better
you go.
shut up,
Boom.
yeah.
Yeah. So whenever my cousin comes in town, who actually was like
The muscle.
instrumental in like taking care of him in his latter years. I'll have him, talk. I'll get him on the podcast so he can talk more.
I'm
Yes,
so
I
glad that
definitely
I'm the
wanna see
new
that.
guest host for this. William's fired.
Williams fired.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Up, down, left, right, ABA, select start.
And also, my
And Gradius.
my
You're
great-
actually playing it?
Yep.
Yeah. My great uncle didn't have much of an education, but he made millions.
I love that. That's my favorite shit,
man. He couldn't even really count the money he was making.
Oh, damn. God damn, I love that shit, dude.
I always be having dreams sometimes to sell drugs, but I'm just like, I'm 40. I don't know that it can work now.
I know.
Like,
every time I think shit's gonna hit the fan, I go, but I could.
If you were just trying to be a startup drug dealer, what would you like? How do you even find crackheads to sell to?
I mean, not even crackheads.
So the thing is, like, what do you want to do? You want to be the supplier, or you want to be the boy on the street?
Well, which one has to start? Which one makes don't say money? Boy. First of all, I didn't like how you said boy. Second of all,
the guy on the street, or you want to be the supplier?
Now, if I'm the supplier, do I got to meet Poppy on the dock?
Yeah, if I'm the supplier, I go grab the drugs. Okay. I go grab the drugs from wherever. I have So
did you have to pay for it?
Yeah. Or they might front me if I get a recommendation from somebody who's reliable.
Like Franklin.
Those fronts are scary.
So I might get fronted with 5 keys. Then all right, so the women that you have naked, they're they might be cooking your shit, weighing your shit, bagging it up. And then I might have you 3 out there actually slinging my shit.
Yeah.
Y'all might actually have Doboys who are like 15, 16 on the corner
selling.
Yeah, like The Wire, yeah.
So it's like 4 levels from me. You know what I'm saying? When
that's do you know the crazy thing about you saying that, because the same way you broke down jail, it's like a crazy like dichotomy of that, like like we look at criminals and we just be like, oh, you're fucked up, you're a pariah to society. But when you think about how a drug operation is run, it's very smart. It's very disciplined, and if you took that same situation, that's why a lot of people say, like, a lot of impoverished people that don't have the opportunities, if you take those same people, give them some seed money, they'd probably start an Uber business.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when you say that, that's like a lot of different thing that people gotta. It's not just some stupid nigga shit. Like, you gotta be able to put that together. Watch for the cops. Watch for the jack boys. And y'all are my real muscle. Right.
So I care about y'all, but the niggas y'all hire, I don't give a fuck.
Those are just soldiers.
Yeah,
they're
they can get caught.
They're disposable.
Right. Just like the CEO of Uber don't give a fuck about the guy driving.
Well, some of them are fiends and shit too. They're not.
They're 15. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if they get caught, they'll be out by the time they're 21.
So is that like a drug dealer's pipe dream to start off as the dope boy on the corner and then end up as the supplier?
You can.
What did Pusha T
what's the career path of a dope boy? Who promotes
to open up a legit business?
I think some of them
take that money and wash it.
Take that money and
you sell it and you get the fuck out and you never look back.
The thing that happens to a lot of drug dealers, such as like my great uncle, the greed got him back in.
Right. Because it's just that money.
Right.
Let me ask you this.
Like, nigga, I'm making, I know I can make $1 million in a week.
But see, how much money can you even fucking spend if you're making? Your uncle was making the bread, and let me ask you this, because you were in Georgia around the time of BMF, right?
Yeah.
Big Meech and all those guys. Like, they were, from what they were saying they were making like
they were running the shit,
money hand over fist, and you can see them trying to pull out and get away from it, but
it's hard.
Where were you when Big Meech brought the tigers in? Because I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin.
I mean, bro, sometimes you get like when they say in too deep.
Yeah.
I'm in too deep. I can't get out.
Your lifestyle's already dictating the business you have to make.
I don't have enough legit businesses to cover this money I'm making.
Damn.
I'm making $80 million a year.
There's no way to fix that on your W-2.
That's when you start having those fucking Sopranos panic attacks and shit.
What was it that Pablo Escobar burnt? What was it? 10 million?
Just because he was trying to stay warm
to keep his family.
Yeah.
Say that one more time. That always fucks me up when I hear people say that. He spent $10 million. Burned $10 million.
What a father.
To stay warm.
And then he buried, I think, another like $100 million.
Damn. He was getting that bad.
And what is it, Medellin? People were still finding shit. Like, they were like buying farms and finding his money.
That's an interesting thing too. Depending what part of Colombia you go, people will have a different perspective on Pablo Escobar, because
some people love him.
Some people love him. Yeah, they're like, I
also heard that if he was like a real big soccer fan, and if you had a bad game, you ain't gonna have another one.
Oh man,
and he ain't kicking you off the table. They gonna whack you.
You know what happened to old dude who kicked the ball in his own goal?
Oh, they killed him. Yeah.
Recently?
No. There's a whole 30 for 30 on Andreas Munar. Andreas.
He kicked the ball.
What was it? His name's Andreas.
So he made a mistake and kicked the ball in his own goal to make his team lose.
Yeah.
And he fell to the ground like he knew when he get back he was getting murdered. Like, you can see it in his face.
They killed the dude.
Yeah,
the two Andreas, something Colombian. Yeah, he was a defender. It was in the World Cup in America in '93.
You can see it in his fucking face, like he knows. Like
he knew it was much more than getting dropped.
That's not the one. Oh, what was it called? Was it just put Put Colombian soccer player documentary or something.
Or put Colombian soccer player kicks ball in own goal.
Yeah, Colombian own goal. What might be? Yeah, that was a fucked
Colombian soccer player.
Well, they got him like months after the World Cup. He was just out at a club, and the city was just like pissed. So some dude just shot him.
Oh, so it wasn't like a hit.
No, it wasn't. Let me see.
Also, bro,
the goal that killed Colombiano. Oh, dang.
What's his name? I think it was Andreas. Andreas something. Yeah, this was in the USA too. This was when we had it here at the Rose Bowl.
Oh wow.
In America, yeah. What was his fucking name? It's Andreas. Andreas Escobar. There we go.
Oh wait, Escobar.
Yeah. It wasn't.
It wasn't no relation.
No, it's just a Colombian fucking name. But yeah, watch. This is so fucked up, dude. He hit an own goal.
This is him, the guy.
No. Okay. You'll see him. He's a defender. It's gonna be when the other team right here. They make a breakaway. Oh wait.
The two teams play for their lives in the World Cup's round.
That's him right there.
And unfortunately, also off the pitch.
It's such a fucked up accident too, man. There's a great documentary on it. It's called like The Two Escobars. And it's dope. They talk about how Pablo used to pick players and fly them out, like, to play for him on his fucking farm, you know, like.
Yeah, apparently soccer is really popular.
Oh, it's the number.
I'm learning about
being serious?
No, I'm just learning how popular it really is. Like they have like no salary caps. Like if they want the best player, they'll be like,
they're
he's under contract for $100 million. We'll give you $200 million. Come with me. Like apparently when the kids are good, they put them in these like camps and shit at like 6, 7 years old. They like breed them.
So Leo Messi, who's like one of the greatest in the world, he was they got him when he was a little kid. He had some disease where his like legs weren't growing. So Barcelona came to his parents, were like, we'll pay for his treatments. We want this kid. And now he's like a phenom. Fucking, he's in his 30s now, but he's one of the greatest ever.
So people, I've never seen that. Have you ever been to a full soccer game?
I have. I used to be a big Galaxy fan. I've seen Real Madrid play at the Coliseum. I watched.
I saw what's the white boy they had at the
David Beckham.
David Beckham.
He was dope, man.
He was the only dude I really knew like that was like mainstream. Whatever happened to Freddie Adu?
Oh, what did he do? I think he had. Yeah, what did he do? What did he do? I think he had too much fame too quickly, man. I think he ended up playing for like DC United. He could have been.
Don't let me find out Freddie Adu is somewhere driving an Uber.
Yeah, dude, he's fun. Oh man, that's
Pablo was so baller. His daughter wanted a unicorn, right? So they drilled a horn into a horse's head.
Jesus.
And the horse died.
Are you happy? Mr. Head is dead because you got ridiculous requests for your birthday.
He's like, look, it's a dead unicorn, but we still got you a unicorn. He fell out of the sky.
No, this is the even more fucked up part. Who agreed to drill a fucking horn on a fucking horse's head? Who can't tell Pablo, hey, boss, it's not a good idea?
Oh, who's going to tell Pablo that?
I'd absolutely drill that horn on that horse's head.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Yes, boss.
Yeah. Pass me the drill.
Pablo was so baller, he built his own prison.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. That's fucking
this is gonna
crazy.
When did they kill Pablo? It was recently, right? A couple years ago?
Nah,
no.
90s.
Really?
Yeah.
But there's also
like
his kids changed their names. They don't want to be associated with him.
Really?
Man.
Yeah. Like there's conspiracy about the death of Pablo.
He might not be dead.
I didn't.
He's Pablo Escobar is Andy Kaufman. It's fucking.
Dang.
Dude,
he built his own jail? Yeah. I'll go to jail, but I'll build the jail that I'm going to go.
Yeah, he was balling.
He probably had hoes coming in that motherfucker.
That's how much control he had, bro, because like he was like you know, Colombia was probably like the Mexico of today. Like nigga, it was a citizen. It was a cartel citizen-run country.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
And the cops were all in the same pocket, and we're all fucking getting.
So it's like,
off.
bro, and Pablo Escobar was probably feeding a whole city. So it's like you can't arrest Pablo Escobar. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I go to Mexico, because I've only gone a couple times on a cruise.
Yeah.
I don't get off the boat.
I've only been.
And I don't mean to sound racist about that, but I'd be afraid that I'm going to get mugged for a kidney.
I mean, yeah,
I don't want to wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
I've been once. I drove through Tijuana. I was terrified, man. I don't know. Once they hear me talk, I'm fucking American. They're gonna fucking. I don't know.
Because from what I hear is like the police will pull you over. They be like, "Give me $300." You're like, "I ain't got it." Okay, you going to jail.
Yeah.
I only go through the drive-through at Del Taco. I don't even get out of the car.
But you gotta go. You gotta go to cities like. Cabo, fly direct.
But it's really corrupt out there, right? Like they they be trying to like.
Okay, so here's the thing: in vacation cities, they try their best. Like if you go to
what is that like Mexico City?
Like vacation cities like Cabo,
Mexico City,
Cancun, Acapulco.
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 I say that.
Acapulco. You got it.
They got fucking soldiers on the beach with guns,
man,
to protect this.
Yeah, but I'm like, who's paying them? You know, it's like fucking. But then I also hear that the media it flips it, so we're getting this idea that it's super dangerous and it's really not. Like,
but there was just something going on a couple of weeks ago where they was like shooting in the streets, right? Because they had locked somebody up or something.
It was worse when they shot the car up of the innocent people.
Oh, that's what it was. And so after that, it was getting crazy. Like they were shooting. Why did they do that?
But here's the thing, bro.
Why did they shoot the
Don't
innocent
drive
people?
through these fucking.
But that's why I don't want to go.
It was white people, bro. So they probably think.
But there was kids in the car.
Yeah, but here's the thing: white people drag their kids into that shit. They probably think there's some type of what do they call those people that go to countries to try to.
Peace
tourists?
No. They go to country to try to like spread positive words and religion and shit.
Yeah, like missionaries.
Yeah, so they're probably on some missionary shit. Like, no, we can reach them, but you're out there in a fucking. It looks.
Why did? Is there a reason why they shot them up?
Well, in my eyes, in my eyes, how they were rolling looked like a fucking cartel convoy.
Yeah,
they're like in big Suburbans, black Suburbans.
Yeah. And so they were just like, we ain't taking no chances, hit it.
Or they probably thought like, hey, this is whatever cartel. Like, let's. In my eyes, like, bro, you want to look as regular and inconspicuous.
Well, I'm coming in on a donkey.
Yeah, bro. When I go to Mexico,
David on a donkey.
I take no jewelry. I don't even get a fresh haircut.
That's why I be like, cause you know they see all this, they be like, yo,
you ready to die for that?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even get a fresh haircut when I go, bro.
Damn.
Like, yeah, I carry limited and I walk. And the thing is, like, even when I go to Mexico, bro, like. I don't know. I guess it's the white in me. When I go to cities, when I go to cities, bro, I can speak a little bit of Spanish. You know, it's okay. You know, so I'm like, I don't want to go to the tourist shit. I want to go where they only speak Spanish. I want to eat at the places they only speak Spanish. I want to go to the hood, like, and I've never been fucked with because I look regular. I got on dirty shoes, Like, what's the point of killing this nigga? He ain't got no money.
What's the point of killing this nigga?
I ain't never seen him on TV. Like. So it's like if you go
they
over
go Doboy.
They see me, they see the whites, they see the chain, they be like, wild it out, kill that nigga. See, I got $32 in my pocket.
Bro. And you got a dry run. And you gotta realize, bro, like over there, like
what happened? So I don't know.
Take this shit off.
This is where Brian comes in, man.
Like, wait, what? He turned that ass up.
And over there,
Dog's fucking.
They doing missionary?
Yeah, that's some Catholic shit right there, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm having a dilemma, and I want you guys to tell me what I should do.
I got family in Cuba, dog. So like, if I send them $300, they good for months.
Are we still beefing with Cuba? Can we go there?
I mean, here's the thing about Cuba.
I think you can go there.
I've been going to Cuba since I was a kid, bro. It's all about how you go.
How do you go? You like?
So you would
Gooding Jr.
So how it was, you either had to fly to Canada and fly to Cuba, or you had to fly to Mexico to fly to Cuba.
Oh, because they'll fly there. You just can't fly there from America.
Right.
Here's what's fucked up. Ah, fuck.
Don't they tell us not to go there, though?
That's the...
Because they'll kill you?
That's the thing, bro.
Steal your kidney and put you in a bathtub full of ice?
That's a lie, bro. See, that's a lie. Like, I got aunts and shit that live in Cuba and cousins, and I talk to them all. My aunt makes hustles by selling fake cigars.
Yeah.
To tourists, you know what I'm saying? Or translating. She'll walk with you. All right.
That's crazy.
Over there, everything's a hustle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because I got Cuban blood, I walk through. I've never been. Cuba's probably way safer than America.
What?
If you get caught with a gun in Cuba, whether you fire it or not, that's 7 years.
7?
Yes.
That's like New York.
In a Cuban fucking prison, too, man. They ain't fucking
around. If you get
dude.
caught with weed, that's probably like 3 years. But the thing about weed is, it's a weird like law. It's not necessarily illegal, but without a doubt, in Cuba, we're talking about Cuba, who is dictatorship in America's eyes. You have to prove without a doubt that weed was for personal consumption and you weren't gonna sell it.
Damn.
So how is that? How can you really prove that?
So you can fuck around and get 30 years on
smoke it right there in front of them.
Look, I'm trying to get high.
I promise.
You know the funny thing about what you said though about your aunt making fake Cuban cigars? So when I recently went to Amsterdam this summer. You know they had the shittiest fucking weed ever.
Oh, dude. I remember reading a High Times.
And then the dude told me, I went to the store, I was like, because I ate one, I didn't feel shit. He was like, Bro, just a regular brownie.
Yeah. They're hustling people, man.
I thought I was gonna go there and get high as fuck. Did not happen.
Well,
I remember
you're also in LA and weed's down
the best.
Yeah.
So I remember reading a High Times interview with The Game like years ago, and they asked him, "You've been all over the world. Who has the best weed?" He said Los Angeles, or he said California. He said better than Amsterdam everywhere.
Amsterdam
I agree,
was
man.
trash.
Yeah, maybe Colorado, anywhere where it's like fully legal, you get to experiment and make some good shit. But I think also Amsterdam weed's not even legal, right? It's just decriminalized. They got more
the red
shit
light
to deal
district
with.
is crazy. Have y'all ever been to Amsterdam?
No, I want to go.
I had a layover there, and I saw.
I bet you did, dude.
Okay, so let me tell you about the red light district. It's crazy. So you go there, there's a bunch of weed there and shit. But the red light district,
bitches in windows.
It's bitches in windows, and you can purchase, like you can pay to have sex with them, and it's perfectly legal. Absolutely, I did it. Of course, I did. You're looking at me like, did you do it?
We know you fucked.
Absolutely, but it was weird because
I was the pussy.
No, it was. I couldn't do it. I was too much in my head. And
I get that.
First of all, I had like. It was like the Netflix of vaginas. It was just like I kept looking like, who do I want to fuck? This. It was like, oh. So then finally, I was like looking around for an hour, and I couldn't find anybody. And then this old Jamaican lady like hustled me. She was like, "Young boy, come on, I do you for free."
No.
She was ugly as fuck. She wasn't cute, and she was like, "I do you for free." So I was just like, all right. And then I get in there. She was like, "Give me the money." I was like, "Bitch, you just say?" So gave her $100, and then it was just like you're having sex with a prostitute. So it's like you can't be out here. You know, sometimes we make game time decisions like, nah, she looks okay. But with a prostitute, you can't. So then it's like, you putting on a condom, you trying to get some head. It's just so weird. Then I'm looking around like, how many guys did she fuck tonight?
I've had that at strip clubs before where like there's beautiful girls and somehow I end up getting hustled by the one that I didn't really want.
Yo. The reason
I picked up a prostitute one time and I just rode around
you
with
put her down after?
Nah, I picked up in my car.
It just rode around with her?
Yeah, I wanted to talk. I wanted to,
You picked up a prostitute to talk?
The cops pulled
David
you over.
Lucas, you are a very interesting man.
I'm with that. I feel you.
I paid her double too, bro.
To talk.
Damn.
Yeah, I kept her for like an hour and a half, and I'm like, "How much money would you make?" And she like,
what did you guys talk about?
Bruh,
Wait, tell me the story. How did you come to the conclusion if I need someone to talk to, a prostitute is the person?
So you know how I know about prison? I like weird shit. Like I like the grimiest of shit, and I'll tell you another story after this.
Yeah.
I like the grimiest of shit, bro. Like I want to talk to the prostitutes. Like
you want to know real
I want to
people.
talk.
You don't have that reserved judgment that some people might have.
I gotta pee.
I want to talk to the homeless person. I want to talk to the crackhead.
Okay.
I want to get. So you know, I asked her, and like she told me, she was like, most of us, you know, are runaways that like ran away from our family. We got hooked on drugs. We got a pimp who sold us this dream.
Was she shocked that you were just picking her up to talk?
Yeah.
Like, are you sure?
She was like, "You don't want your dick?" I was like, "No, I don't want nothing actually. Like, I just want to like talk to
Where
her."
did you pick her up from? Did you like? Was she a streetwalker?
She was on the corner.
You ain't gotta say things. That don't incriminate yourself, man. Statute of limitations might not be up. But she was just walking down the street.
Yeah, she was in South.
What did you say?
Those are the worst.
So when you pulled up,
this chick was gorgeous.
She was really pretty.
She was pretty. I mean, the pussy might be beat up, but her face, like
You don't go down on a girl that's what you find on the street, though.
Right.
no, I wasn't gonna go down there. But
So you pull up to her and you say, "Hey, how much for a date?"
So at first, it was her and her homegirl on the corner, and I was like, I was bored. I was rolling around, and I had low key just got in an argument with my girl. So I was like, I need to,
That's very interesting. Okay.
So I was like, I just feel like, all right. So it was her and her homegirl, and her homegirl like, girl, he look young. He probably the police. It's like maybe it's probably like 6-7 years ago. And she's like, he look young. I was probably like, what, 22, 21, something like that. She's like, he look young. He might be the police. And I was like, I'm not the fucking police. Because I guess when you say you're not the police, you can't.
Absolutely, you're the police.
I guess it's some shit you can't denounce
fake.
yourself as being a police.
No, that's fake shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it? Niggas been looking for loopholes.
I said I'm not the police, and she's like, okay. So she got in the car, and I was like, we're not about to do that. We're just finna ride. I fed her and everything, bro. We went through the drive-thru. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I was just talking, and she was like, you know, my pimp sold me a dream. She called him daddy.
Dang.
She called him daddy. She told me how to get down is. There was like 7 of them, and there's like one head madam who like takes them to get their hair done, takes them to get their nails and feet done. Hair did, yeah, whatever. Takes them to get their nails and feet done. And
I guess this is the thing I always wondered about prostitutes that have pimps. If you know you have the vagina, which is the sellable object,
it's mind control.
But why not just do it yourself?
Because you need somebody to protect you.
You need somebody
just
to
get
protect
robbed
you,
every day.
Oh, you need muscle.
Because if a nigga don't
much
pay
like drug dealers.
Right. If a nigga don't pay you, now I tell my pimp like, hey.
So niggas really be out here like, all right, $200 to have sex with you. All right, I'll pay you when we're done. Afterwards, I actually not gonna pay you at all.
You know what's crazy, bro? She was also telling me that a lot of pimps don't allow their hoes to sleep with black guys.
Oh yeah,
Really?
if you look at Craigslist, if you look at all the escorts or whatever, it always says no blacks. Like half of them say no blacks.
So you were on Craigslist looking for escorts,
No.
huh?
Oh, you don't know Brian very
Like,
well.
you're on Craigslist looking for escorts. I actually
This was
don't
years
normally.
ago.
But Craigslist shut down, right?
Huh?
Craigslist shut down.
I don't know. It's
Yeah, they
whatever
did.
it used to be.
Back
At least
back
that
in the
part
day,
of
we
it.
used to
Not
always
that I ever looked,
look
but
at
that
the
part of it is
fun.
gone.
Yeah, so she was saying a lot of pimps, don't. I guess because the black guy will fuck them too good, and they'll go with the.
So they be like, so niggas is out here getting discriminated against in illegal practices too?
Jeez.
That's crazy.
But yeah, she had an interesting story, dog. Like she was like, I've been beat up, I've been raped. Yeah, bro.
Did you guys ever talk after that night?
Nah, it was.
You ain't
just
stay in touch with her, get a number?
Nah, bro. So her pimp can be. So her pimp
Try to turn her into a housewife.
I can do something with her.
What was the other story you gonna tell? Don't forget it.
All right, so yeah, it was I was talking to this guy about I like to hunt, and I was talking to
Like actual like deers and shit?
like hunt, yeah. I'm a
I want to
country
go
boy.
with you.
Yeah, like oh yeah, we'll go, bro. So I was talking to this guy, and I was like, I really want to, like hunt in Africa, but I only want to hunt things that are it's too many of them that they need to get rid of.
Like rhinoceri.
No, not rhinoceros. No. So
You've been waiting
I
all
just
day
wanted
to
to flex
say
and
that.
show that I knew the plural.
How about platypi? You're going up there, platypi. How
I knew
about
the plural version of rhinoceroses.
another one?
something like antelope, but I'm not gonna
Okay.
be hunting no lions
Right.
or no tigers or no fucking rhinoceros.
Yeah.
So I was talking about poaching because I was like, there's a lot of groups that I run into like on Facebook and when I'm searching.
And what is poaching? I don't know.
poaching?
Illegal hunting
it's illegal hunting.
for goods, or you're chopping off the fucking
Like
gorilla
bear meat and
hands
shit like that.
Yeah, because I was
somewhat.
Okay.
Because you can hunt bear legally, black bear.
Yeah.
You can eat
But
bear.
Of course you can fucking hunt the black
I heard
bear
it's deli-
legally. Regular
You
bears.
shouldn't have been on my property.
I heard black bears.
Yeah, I heard bear meat is sweet.
I heard it's good, especially when
sweet.
they're eating
Sweet.
blueberries. Yeah.
I always wonder why we don't eat bears. They seem like they have a lot of meat.
Yeah, because of fucking teddy bears, people think it's fucking
Adorable.
They think it's cartoons.
I was telling him about poaching. I was like, I see a lot of videos where people like kill and hunt rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Rhinoceri.
Rhinoceroses.
The more you know.
he was he was a guy that he had stayed in Africa and he ran some I guess like hunting excursions and shit, and he was like, see, in America we're so privileged where we see poaching as a bad thing.
Yeah.
But in Africa, the poachers are normally like regular people that
Yeah.
make like $3-4 a week. And this rhinoceros just made them $20K. So now they can feed their family. They can sit
ever.
because now you gotta pay for your kids to go to school over there. So we look at it as a bad thing, but these guys are just surviving.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Did you see? There's that Louis Theroux documentary. He goes to Africa, and a lot of these, like people that go and hunt lions, all that stuff. It's weird because it's preserved a lot of the lions, like the money. Because people pay that money to go like hunt some lion, it ends up going towards conservation, and a lot of like lions get to.
It looks horrible, but the more I was reading on like hunting lions, it actually saves like prize and shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's weird because lions are, I guess, running rapid. And like this other animal in Texas called a nilgai. Like it's open season.
I never even heard of that. What is it?
Type in nilgai. I think it's NIELG.
Yeah, they look crazy, right?
Yeah. NILGAI. Yeah. So they're like
Oh shit, that's an animal?
Yeah, they're over there. It's like open season over there in Texas because these motherfuckers are like ruining shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! Like a deer's big homie.
Right.
The devil.
With
dude.
violent tendencies. Look at the nigga
That's
horns.
El Diablo right there.
So actually killing some of these animals do better for like the whole ecosystem.
Okay, now let me ask this. Now I'm gonna say something.
buff.
I'm gonna say something, and it might make me sound stupid as fuck.
All right.
But that's okay. 'Cause
That's
I'm
all right.
working on it to be
No,
better.
yeah, we all are.
Okay. I always hear people getting so upset about us killing animals.
Yeah.
But if we didn't kill them, wouldn't they just take over? Like, when I think about, like, people be like, oh, like, when I hear vegans talk about food, they be like, chickens, pigs. I'm like, if we didn't eat chickens and pigs, there would just be chickens and pigs everywhere. I would at least assume.
Yeah, I think that also vegans turn a blind. I was vegetarian 6 years, right? But I think they also turn a blind eye to how many animals die in like the farming of tofu or like clearing like fields
Shit
out.
like that.
Where are we drawing the line? You know, they'll
Right.
step on a bug like now.
Exactly.
Where
but
does life?
Because I always think about that. Like, if we don't kill those big ass things that are in the, like, they'll fucking end up on the 405 or something, right?
Well, I think they're also like TV and
These
stuff.
motherfuckers are not. They stare at you while
That
you
nigga
shoot
is
them.
not even.
Look, he doesn't even give a fuck, dude.
He's like, what's up? You got guns, nigga?
He's like, shit. My uncle's.
Oh, damn, they just shot that nigga?
My uncle's Frank Lucas.
Damn.
But yeah, bro, like, yeah, you know, being a vegetarian, I'm a pescatarian, bro.
Yeah.
What made you do that?
I just got tired of meat. I smelled it and was eating it. I'm like,
Yeah, I stopped for 6 years.
and also I was
man.
one thing that actually helped. I was in Vegas with Preacher Lawson. Shout out Preacher Lawson.
Hell yeah.
We were
great.
at or Jimmy Kimmel Club or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, been there.
And he was like, "All right, guys, you know, anything you get, I got it if it's vegan." So we went to this place. We went to this
Is
place.
Preacher vegan?
Yeah.
Damn, he's all shredded, man.
So clearly, once he said that, you're like, okay, well, I'm eating vegan for
Right.
the weekend.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. You got, let me get some fries. Let me get a bucket of fries.
No, but we went to this place called Nacho Daddy, and I got a vegan chimichanga that was actually
Damn.
good. So I
Yeah.
was like, damn, this meat transition is not going to be hard.
You know what I fear?
What?
I'm going to say this, and I want somebody to dig it up in years when it happens.
All right.
This impossible meat that they keep doing,
oh, yeah.
I have a really bad fucking feeling about it. Like, I just, there's something that's just not sitting right. Like,
Yeah, it's made in a
Something's
factory. So
wrong
here's what it
here.
is. They're not saying that it's healthy either. They're just saying it's an alternative.
It's not
Right.
meat.
It's mostly oils. I've heard,
KFC
yeah.
has a fucking impossible bucket of chicken.
Yeah. See, that's
sounds
made
It's
out
an
of
impossible Whopper.
How do you say that shit? It's made out of wheat satin. Satan.
Oh, seitan.
Seitan.
See, that's the devil.
But also a bunch of
It's the devil's work. I can't do this shit. I'm a Christian. I'm telling you, bro, because I'm like, there's something about my spidey senses that are kicking up. Like,
I don't really.
10 years from now, we're going to know they
I'm not
Silent.
really into eating vegan meat that's made to look like another meat.
That's my big.
not
If you
really-
want to eat meat, just go eat
just
meat.
Go eat meat. If I want
Right.
a chicken sandwich, and I'm not, I haven't.
I guess
eaten,
the
I haven't
argument is
eaten-
there's no suffering behind it, so I get that.
Yeah.
I'm empathetic to it, but
Yeah, but how much fucking suffering went into this sweatshirt or that?
yeah, I know. People really draw lines, you know.
I
where
be
they
having
wanna
questions
fuck it.
about that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, vegans be mad. They be like, they be wanting to preserve the animals,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But they be writing and don't ink come from octopuses?
yeah. I mean, all
Nigga,
that.
are you
yeah.
stupid?
Don't it?
He said earlier. He's trying. I think you mean I think you mean octopi.
Octopi, yeah, that's what I
You fucked it up.
Octopi. I'm sorry, David. The Thelonian.
Octopuses.
Thelonian.
Yeah, Thelonian. All right.
Ink don't come from octopuses? Ink don't come from octopuses?
You probably think pencils have real lead in them, don't you?
Yeah. Wait. They don't. Wait. Yes.
No, that's
And
fine.
it's
I think
graphite.
Yeah, graphite.
And they still come from trees, right?
That's
Trees are
true.
living
That's true.
things.
You got that.
And
They
they
do
be
come-
eating broccoli. Side note, did y'all know that broccoli ain't a real vegetable?
Shut up.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, man.
none of
What
this.
do you mean?
Broccoli is man-made. And tilapia is not a real fish.
Tilapia's bad. I heard that.
Bro, what the fuck? We don't know anything.
Bro, see, here's the thing. A lot of
Shit is fucked up, right?
Tilapia.
Tilapia.
a lot of shit that we eat nowadays is not
Yeah, corn, bananas.
like that shit don't look like, bro. All I would tell everybody right now, go. Well, I mean, Cuba's fast. I mean, the last time I went to Cuba last year, my aunt has fucking Wi-Fi, or as they call it, Wi-Fi, which is like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like what the
Wi-Fi.
fuck? You got fucking Wi-Fi? Like this place is on its way out. You know, like, it's being Americanized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you go down there and eat food, it doesn't even like. That's why they eat all day and drink all day, and they're not fat and they don't have fucking health problems.
Why? Because they don't mass produce food?
Exactly. The food is not produced the same way.
I noticed that when I went out the country. The meat tasted different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cause like I be noticing that shit too. Cause bro, like I've been a fat nigga my whole life. Like I was a fat sperm in a fallopian tube. Seriously, that's a fact.
You didn't even make it out. Almost.
telling you.
You had to squeeze out.
But that's the thing. Like, I remember chicken breast used to be like this big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like now you go to Popeyes, man, that shit be. It don't even fit in the box.
Yeah.
Like how are they making the chicken's titty that big?
Hormones. All that crazy shit they're pumping them, fucking all full of that.
There's some crazy shit,
what
man.
What the fuck does REDBAN have on?
So, Soylent Green. I got some. I want to talk about your.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Actually, talk about.
No, we're going. I want to talk about your Christianity and stuff like that. You keep saying that. I want to know your.
I have a very, very strong
spiritual
faith in God, man. I grew up in a church, Christian background.
Yeah.
But I had a time in my life where I really wasn't with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I say maybe like 7 or 8 years. Like, you know, I was kind of like mad at God because I was just like, my life ain't going where I want. I prayed. Why don't I have the career that I want?
Yeah.
Why is my life kind of, you know, messed up in a way that I don't like? So I think really with the alcoholism, it really like re-cemented my relationship with God, because when I was sitting on the bed in rehab the second time, and because I had took some I took 5 Xanax and like 2 bottles of Hennessy and a bottle of Patron.
Oh my God.
And I almost overdosed and died. And I remember overhearing the nurses talk, and they were like, we might have to send him to ER. They might have to pump his stomach.
You could drop the.
And they thought I was asleep, but I heard them.
Fuck.
And at that point, you look around, there's nobody. Like, I'm sitting here like, bro, I might die. I might not be able to say goodbye to my daughter. And so at that point, it's like, you know, people talk about that proverbial rock bottom. That's where I felt like I was. And the only thing I could do was just pray like, God, I don't know how I'm going to get out of here.
You had to reach outside of yourself.
And so then when I started to do that, and then God, like, I kind of felt his presence, like, you're going to be good. Like, I got you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of kept that up, and, you know, and I just kind of see, like, the more better, like, I don't try to like be a Bible thumper and beat people over the head with it, but I just try to be a good dude.
So
like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
why I'm interested, because I think when people hear that, they think of this like stereotype of whatever that is. But I think nowadays there's this new sort of thing where we all need something to sort of guide us.
Absolutely. You need a moral compass to get you through this. Because that's the biggest thing. And that's like where I even be knowing. Because like I don't necessarily like, you know, go to church every Sunday. But like if I see somebody like a panhandler or somebody that's homeless, they ask me for some money. Like I seen a dude, this was not a joke. This happened last Sunday, not this Sunday that just passed, the one before. Me and my daughter were out at Target, and there was this dude out there with his whole family. And he was just like, you know what I'm saying, anything to help. And so I was like, you know what I'm saying, Kiara, go, you know what I'm saying, go pull out $100. We're going, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like, and that's my way of ministry.
You can't give them one of your chains.
Exactly.
So be like, this shit ain't real. I'm kidding.
But I just try to be like a good dude. Like, bro, I see you. Like, I kind of feel like that's all any religion is. It's just some type of guide to help us not be fucked up people.
Exactly.
Don't be wrong to people. Don't try to fuck people over. So, you know, I just try to, you know, I try to definitely make my spirituality like one of the things that I'm not afraid to talk about. Cause I think sometimes people think that we're comedians. Just like, no, I'm a real person too, though.
Yeah, like how I feel about religion, bro, or just God in general. I feel like there's only one mountaintop that we all have to get to, and no matter how you get there, whether it's on a freeway, which may be Jesus, or you walk.
That's a great analogy.
Or you
my uncle used to say they're all like streams that lead to the same.
Yeah, it leads to the same. Because I'm a Buddhist, bro, but we have.
Whoa.
Well, just by size, or
you know, not just gonna just keep. You're a Buddhist?
Yeah.
When did you become a Buddhist, David Lucas? That rhymed.
Yeah.
You been a Buddhist? Really?
Yeah. I've been.
I like that chain. Is that real?
Yeah.
How did you become a Buddhist? You're half white.
Just buy that necklace.
Frank Lucas's nephew. I never knew any of these things.
Oh yeah, bro. My family looks at me
like. But how did you get to Buddhism?
So, like I said, I grew up in a Catholic school, but I went to a Baptist church
and ended up.
So that was two different. I pretty much approaches. I pretty much lived with my grandparents, but like my parents were busy and shit. So they wanted me to go to a certain school, but my grandma was like, "Well, this nigga going to
this right
church
the street, right
on Sunday." Right. So two different doctrines, and I'm just like, both of these people have the same faith.
Yeah.
Two different ways of getting to whatever entity you want to get to, and it kind of turns against the other one. You know what I'm saying?
And as a young kid, that must have fucked you up. Like, wait, hold on. Especially if you're a kid that questions things.
I question shit all the time. So when I became a teenager, I started going to what they were calling a non-denominational church.
Yeah.
So I started going to a non-denomination church, and there were just a lot of questions that couldn't be answered. So when I moved,
they don't read out of Bibles, right?
They do.
Okay.
They do. So when I moved to LA, you know, in the South, it's kind of like you can't go against the grain.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't
It's a
really,
sin to even question
You can't
any of
even
that
ask
shit,
questions. You know what I'm saying? So like when I got out here, I was able to explore. Like I started going to like a Muslim temple. You know, just look at
the
trying
mosque.
to
Yeah,
Just to
for
try
sure.
to see
I
different
thought
things.
about all
I
that
respect
shit.
that. I respect that. I wasn't laughing. Like I was like, I respect that.
Trying to find different things, and then I started like talking to a person who was Buddhist, and I just like the vibes. You know what I'm saying?
So what is like their main tagline to their religion?
Treat everybody the way you want to be treated.
And is Buddha like God? Do you like pray to Buddha?
Buddha's not God. That's the thing.
But he's like the guy with the robe and he's fat,
He just showed the way to like enlightenment.
The way to
right?
enlightenment.
So he's not. So it's not like worship him. He just showed you how
People
to.
just have statues of Buddha to remind them.
Yeah.
See, that's so crazy. My entire no cap. My entire life, I thought people prayed to Buddha, and he was the God, and I thought that made women like desire big guys too. I did think
Buddha has a lot of similarities to Jesus.
Yeah.
He had a what is it called? Immaculate birth.
Okay.
And when he was
immaculate birth, like
no sex. He just was born
sex.
from. I didn't know that.
And when he was born, lotus flowers bloomed where he stepped. You know, but it's like, all right, we take that.
So is that what Miguel and Wale were talking about on Lotus Flower Bomb? That was the gospel song? I never knew. Am I Buddhist because I used to sing along?
Did you guys know 2 Wales is walleye?
Which is a fish.
You know he has a song called Lotus Flower Bomb though, but he wasn't talking about being Buddhist though, right?
So you know, I go, I meditate. You know, I mean, a lot of people have practices from Buddhism.
Yeah,
which derived from Hinduism.
Yeah. Do they go to church?
So I don't go to church. I go to a Buddhist temple to pray or to meditate some
on Sunday.
No, it's open throughout the week.
So they don't have Sunday service like regular churches?
They do. They have like Sunday chants.
Do they have choirs?
No. Like you might have the monks like chant.
You know what I want? You know what I want you to do? At some point, I want to be your guest to your Buddhist church.
Me too.
And if you ever invite me back here, I want us to talk about our experience.
Yeah, I'll invite you back. So where I go regular is this place called Agape.
That's like a drink, bro.
Wait, agape? That's agave.
It's like a thing, right?
It's a sweetener.
Agape means God or something to God or like, I know
agape is like the highest form of love.
Okay.
So it's not this other thing that I thought it was.
No.
I wasn't trying to be funny.
So
agave.
Agape is a spiritual community.
Okay.
So Buddhists go there, Christians go there, Islamic people. No matter what you are, like you all come to this place to. And the best way I can summarize Agape is about making your life on earth your heaven.
Yeah.
Funny you say that. Remind me of when you said heaven. When you finish your point. Finish your point.
So yeah, that's it. It's led by Michael Bernard Beckwith, who was
name drop.
Yeah, who is a dope person, a dope individual. He's probably one of the smartest guys I've ever heard speak.
Wow.
But, it's just the thing that Buddhism has taught me is, especially like with my anxiety and shit. Like no cap, bro. Like Christianity gave me anxiety.
Yeah, me too. Catholicism, man. I was
Really?
fucking done with
Because you were just thinking too much about trying to do the right thing.
Right, and you know it being shoved down your throat.
Well, in Catholic school, they tell you if you don't do this, well, you're gonna. I remember coming home crying in like the 3rd grade because they told me if I didn't go to church every Sunday, I was going to hell.
Dang.
So it fucked me up. I'm super neurotic. Like, so now in my older age, I'm looking for that sort of. When I'm having a crazy panic attack, I am trying to get outside of myself. That's why I'm interested in whatever.
The funny thing you say about that, I wanted to say is real quick. When you say about like the practices is creating heaven on earth, blah blah. That's just so weird that you say that. On my album, I have a song called Heaven, and that was the hook of what I said. I said, for whatever it's worth. Every day we down here, we making heaven on earth. And like that was really me just saying, like, I don't want to look at heaven as some mystical place that I get to go to when I die.
Let's do it.
I want to
now.
enjoy it now. And the whole song was about me creating heaven on earth. So am I a Buddhist?
I mean, you might have some Buddhist tendencies.
Yeah, they're all similar.
It's all. Your projection is gonna take you wherever you want to be. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Heaven might be someone. So, in my opinion, heaven is subjective.
Okay.
Heaven to one person might be a 1-bedroom apartment.
This is
and
true.
That might be hell to somebody else.
That might be hell to someone else. Heaven to you might be a mansion. Heaven, I mean, because you know when I look at homeless people, you know, like a lot of people are like, oh my God, they're homeless, but in my mind, they're free.
And a lot of times they look happy. I'm like, you ain't even tripping.
They're not marginalized. They don't have to keep up with rent. They don't give a fuck about inflation. But they go to sleep when they want to. They wake up when they want to.
Mm-hmm. But you're sleeping on the curb though. That's not comfortable.
I mean, in our most primitive forms, we slept outside.
Yeah, I never thought about being homeless like that.
How do we?
You're a deep thinker, David Lucas.
Yeah, how do we not know these people are not free? Okay, so like, I don't mean to get on so many tangents. Like, but think about like Egyptians.
Okay,
the reason they were able to do a lot of what they did is because they were so in tune with the universe. They had nothing.
Damn.
They had nothing.
Yo, that's crazy you say that.
Them.
They said that the pyramids in Egypt, they said they would be difficult to create them now with the technology we have now, but they did it.
Almost impossible,
Eons ago.
That's why aliens did it.
Yeah. And the pyramids all have like astronomy behind them.
Yeah, they're all lined up.
Really? They're all lined up with the stars. Yeah.
Wow,
bro! Egyptians had running water back then.
They had like certain type of not batteries, but like like you can do like lemon juice.
But
and,
then
like,
they also had
these certain
They also had mummies too, though.
Yeah,
which
they
would wrap people and put them in a thing, right?
They were pulling your brain out of your nose.
That was
high level. They had blades back then, made of.
That was just
they pulled your brain through your nose. Can it even fit?
Yeah, with a hook. They would put a hook up your nose.
That was just an early form of preservation. They preserved bodies back then better than they do now.
Yeah,
so
Egypt's in Africa.
Yeah.
Dang.
They were able, they preserved King Tut so well, they were able to tell that he was inbred. Because King Tut was inbred with like his brother and his brother and sister fathered him.
Most royal fucking people are inbred.
Brother and sister. Because how they looked at it was, you come from. So if me and you. So if you were a girl and we were brother sister, they felt like, all right, we come from kings, so we need to breed y'all together so we have a dominant.
But they didn't understand that could mess up, because you can do some damage if you do that.
They were too smart.
Back then it was hot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I also heard their teeth was all fucked up because they used to grind the grain with like stones, so when they would eat the bread, there was like still sand and shit in there, so their teeth. That's it. That's right.
I know we're going off on different tangents and talking about random things, but I want to ask you guys a serious question that's going to sound like a joke, but I want your honest answer.
Okay. Is this the lemon thing you said you were in?
No, this is a totally different thing.
Remember that.
So I got you. So now, the ocean is over 80% unfounded, uncharted.
Yeah.
With the development of people, animals, different things, do y'all believe that there are actually mermaids that exist? This shit keeps me up at night.
I'm just thinking.
This shit keeps me up at night. Like, bro, I know there's fucking mermaids down there, bro. If 80% is, and we always keep finding these new fucking animals, there's gotta be a fucking mermaid. And guys are mermaids and they're man-maids.
Merman.
And if it's multiple, it's mermaid. Come on, stay with me.
I know we're having a great time.
Do you think there's mermaids?
I know we're having a great time, but we gotta wrap up in 10 minutes. I got a flight to catch.
Oh shit, we forgot. Oh shit. Okay.
I'll say this. I think there's a lot of uncharted shit that we don't know what the fuck is happening. I think that
dinosaurs
mermaids
are down there.
There's no mermaids.
You don't think there's mermaids?
I think that's a human construct. We put like a person with a fish thing. I think there's probably weirder shit from mermaids.
The reason why I say that though, because there was a time where mankind got wiped out by water, right? Way back in the day.
Supposedly.
Noah.
Yeah.
Do you believe in mermaids?
Oh.
Nah.
No, I don't think they'll be cute like Ariel. They'll probably be ugly as fuck.
But have you seen? I forget what it's called, but it's like a mile down in the ocean, like
a mile down,
like anglerfish.
Yeah.
They look like people.
Nah.
No, they got a fucking light in front of their head that lures in food, and then they fucking eat it. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
The human face fish is crazy too.
See, man, you can't see that and tell me you don't think there's fucking mermaids, guys.
I didn't say there wasn't. I don't know what the fuck's down there.
Shit keeps me up at night. I'll be fully clothed in the shower.
So what is it that scientists say? Every time lightning strikes, there's another mutation.
Ooh,
really?
Some shit like that.
Shit.
So I mean, something. Man,
bro, look, is that fake?
That's CG.
That's gotta be CG. That's a stupid look on the fish's face. Fucking assholes. They're not helping my argument at all.
If somebody could Photoshop dreadlocks on this and put David's face in it, make it white though. I don't like it being that. This is the McDonald's moon.
Yeah. So we coming to a part of the show that Doboy is gonna do very well.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We're gonna have REDBAN pull up that beat right quick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gonna do that. How'd you like it on the Brothers in Cursive podcast with guests?
I had a great fucking time. You guys are awesome.
Oh, dude.
We can all be friends in real life, for real.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There you go, Doboy. Yeah.
I'm just freestyling?
Doboy about to hit that freestyle, yeah.
All right. Let me listen to the beat drop. All right, and this how y'all gonna help me. Just throw out topics when I start rapping, and I'll rap about whatever you say. All right.
Mermaids.
All right. Talk about mermaids. I be all chilling all day in the shade. What's a mermaid? It's a man and a fish driving in the ocean, looking like a bitch. It ain't like Ariel, not like that. I feel like it's a man-made off in the trap. He be hunting all hoes and fishes. He ain't like Aladdin, he be dancing on them wishes. You go in the fucking Atlanta today, you gotta go down to the L, the A, the X, the airport. I be in the Clearport, chilling all day, and you know I ain't gay. There's nothing wrong with that, but I am not gay. I got a song with that, got something to say. I got water, and you know you can't book me, but I ain't finna eat these fucking vegan sugar cookies. Nah, fuck that. I want a hoe, make her my wife, and you already know I was married for 84 days. It ain't last, and I'm still trying to get my cash. Got my nigga David Lucas, and what's worse is I'm back on the podcast, Brothers in Cursive, and I'm murky. You know that it's like that. Doboy, I do this shit, and I'm coming right back.
That's awesome.
Brothers in Cursive.
Cursive.
It's the Brothers in Cursive.
Cursive.
The Brothers in Cursive.
Cursive.
Yeah.
The Brothers in Cursive.
Who next? The
I work
Brothers
at Walmart. I work at Walmart. Catch me in the Challenger. You know I gotta pull up next to her. She got a Rover. I told her I like that. I said let me hit the ass from the fucking back. She fine as shit. She Armenian. I don't even know how to spell Armenian.
Hey.
I like black girls, but a white girl was the one to rock my world.
Woo, facts.
She had blonde hair. Her name was Becky, like Peggy. Red hair, blonde eye. Fucking this guy. I work at the Comedy Store. Come through, you want some more? I tell these jokes on the daily. You know you hoes gotta pay me. $500 I make on a show. I gotta do it some more. 6 shows that equals $3,000. I come through, I still eat my veggies out of a can. I drink a lot of liquor. I cuss her out, then I might diss her.
That's all.
I watch a lot of cartoons.
I
put my bitch in the spoon. I pass the shit to Joe Bird. He gonna tell you a fucking word.
Yo. Chilling with the thick thighs. With the thick thighs. Chilling. Yo, I'm chilling with the thick thighs. You got 2 platypuses, that's platypie. Rocking the tie-dye. Motherfuckers know that I can't die, but I might die. With the vape sauce. Got the vape sauce. Motherfuckers wanna lay cross my lap.
Hey!
When you try to get across my lap, I'm gonna come back and tap and tap. And then I thought I could freestyle. Then I found out I couldn't.
Yes, you did. Y'all was dope, man.
I guess he wouldn't.
I guess I wouldn't.
Maybe
I shouldn't. I had that thick thighs thing too queued up.
You came in with that. That was lit, though.
Yeah, man. That was how we do it.
I want to say this before I go.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. I will not lie. I haven't had a chance to catch the podcast as of yet. I'm definitely a fan after today.
Yeah, man.
You guys treated me with so much respect, and I had a really good fucking time.
It's a little weird. It's a little weirder when William's here.
You gotta come back when William's here.
You wouldn't have been able. You wouldn't have been able to get through half of your questions.
What a nightmare.
He would have been like, "Were you really talking about mermaids?"
I absolutely would.
I saw a mermaid once. It was a nightmare.
He would have been like, "You know Richard Mermaid?"
That's my uncle. My uncle's Richard Mermaid.
By the way, I wanted to say that William was really scared that Joelberg was going to take over for the podcast, and it's weird because we were talking about that earlier, and now I don't think it's weird at all. You did a great job.
Well, thank you, William. Go fuck yourself.
But now you guys definitely have a good thing going on. I would definitely tell anybody that rocks with me to rock with you guys.
We'll send you the link so you can post it or whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Give a shout out to your Instagrams and stuff.
Yeah, all of my handles on all of the things.
You got enough followers. Fuck that.
I am.
He got 100,000 followers. He got 100,000 followers.
I am Doboy. Doboy. You can check me on YouTube. I am Doboy TV. Me and you got some stuff to work on too.
Yeah, we do. Me and him gonna drop some shit, man. Y'all be on the lookout. Your boy David Lucas and Joel Bird.
Yeah. I'm at Mostly Sorry, you fucking idiots.
Brothers in Cursive. Yeah.
Brothers in Cursive.
Are we really brothers?
What'd you tell him?
Yeah. Brothers in Cursive. cursive.
William Montgomery.
Brothers in cursive.
Brothers in cursive.
William Montgomery.
Brothers in cursive.
Brothers in cursive.
Brothers in cursive. That's sort of fun, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know what it means.
Either you get it or you don't.
Hey, REDBAN, can we start all of this over?
Bro, what? Brothers in cursive.